Every day, read it every day. I refuse to die and unlive life. I'd like to leave this with you that Mama used to love to hear me say. She said, boy, say that thing for me, and I dedicate this to you, to the greatness that's within you, because it's there. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty, famine, struggle, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it. You have greatness in you. You have greatness. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. People that want to step into their greatness are hungry. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. To give up your time, your peace, and sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty, famine, struggle, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry.
Somebody said, I'm hungry. Talk. I'm hungry. About being hungry. Talk. Somebody said, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. It is something I like to share some ideas and thoughts with you. I'm not asking that you believe anything that I say. I'm not asking that you agree with me. I'm merely asking that you stand on and in the conversation that we'll share with you this evening, if there's something that I say that can fit and work for you, I say use it. If not, discard it and let it be. That all right? I'm hungry. Very good. All right. I'm hungry. One of the things I have realized, and many of us have, that if you want something out of life, I'm hungry. If you want to change yourself, I'm hungry. If you want to acquire something, I'm hungry. If there's some goal that you want to reach, I'm hungry. That is really not easy as some people will make us feel. That living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. Living alone is just very difficult. It's hard. Once we begin to come to grips with the fact that living is difficult, it's hard. Life is very challenging. I heard a song once by a guy named Dimples called, If It Ain't One Thing, It's Another. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I say to you, if it ain't one thing, it's 12 others. Always something. You will never ever have a problem-free moment in life. Never ever. Somebody said, and I like this, that you either in a problem or just left one or headed toward one. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Anybody found that to be so? There's always something. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Hungry.
How many of you know people, all they do is moan and groan, right? Moan and groan. I'm not making enough money. Born and grown. I'm unhappy with my job. 87% of people go to jobs that they hate. They hate. People, all they do is born and grow. Born and grow. Born and grow. And in addition to that, you know, as we know that we have the dubious distinction in this country that on Monday morning the heart attack rate increases over 35%. On Monday morning between 6 o'clock and 9. People going to jobs that they hate. The heart said, didn't I tell you I didn't want to go? And attack them. Some of you don't want to go to work next Monday. People, all they do is born and grow. Born and grown. I'm not making enough money. Born and grown. I'm unhappy with my job. 87% of people go to jobs. People, all they do is born and grow. Born and grow. Born and grow. So the thing is this. On Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases over 35%. On Monday morning between 6 o'clock and 9. People going to jobs that they hate. The heart said, didn't I tell you I didn't want to go? And attack them. People, all they do is born and grow. 87% of people go to jobs that they hate. They hate. Born and grow. Born and grown. I'm not making enough money. Born and grown. I'm unhappy with my job. On Monday morning between 6 o'clock and 9, people going to jobs that they hate. People, all they do is born and grow.
So how do we begin to nurture that hunger? What are the characteristics or the qualities of people that are hungry? What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? What will it take? And being hungry for those things. What will it take? Number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. Work on yourself. It's very important. You owe that to yourself. Work on yourself. I was reading a book by Og Mandino called The University of Success. Read one line, gave me a chill. I didn't have to read anything else in the book. Gave me a chill. He said many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin. Don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. Say no.
Yes, greetings to ones and ones out there. Welcome to the Jammarsta show. Welcome to each and one of you out there. Welcome to the management team, the technicians, the admin, the staff. This is a big team. See? So I want to give thanks and praise to the Most High. Give thanks for life. Give thanks to Bless Radio. So I want to give thanks. This is the Jammarsta show. See? So we're going to let off very shortly. Listen to the great man, Les Brown. And those who know Les Brown, he is the master. We call him the motivator. If you play him in the morning time, you wake yourself up, man, because he's have a way just to liven you up. Sometimes he make me cry, because he talks things that you should be doing in your life, I get depressed on this Les Brown. But he motivates you and he make you feel depressed because what he's saying is absolutely true. That's what we call him, the absolute ultimate, the motivator. Also, we do have a great man inside the house as well. And he'll be talking about some of the events he'll be doing very shortly. And this is the Jammarsta show. So nothing's going on again. It's Black History Month. And our roads leads to the West Indian Cultural Center. and that's this Saturday, 9 Clarendon Road, Hornsey, N8 OJP. I'm gonna make Jammers read up this postcode from this guy. Look, you guys must get it's OJP, but Jammers will definitely will clarify that. Is it OJP Jammers the postcode? Sorry, Jam. And this is gonna take place at the West Indian Culture Center. This is Your Health Matters. It's all focused around Black History Month, and this is associated with the Women's Committee group down there, and we Find Your Voice. And it's only £1 to come in. See, if you want to have stools, only £10 for a table, and if you want a bigger table, it's £15. And on the panel, we have Vasco Stevenson, we have Ken Darkey. Vasco will be talking about prostate cancer. We have Ken Darkey will be talking about fibroids. We have Sister Elizabeth who will be talking about mental health. Also have Linda talking about diabetes. Also have Sister Lisa who will be talking about obese. See, and the time is from 12 noon to 6 p.m. and there'll be prizes, raffle to give away on the day. Also, Jammers are doing a short set in the very early part. See, so we'll give out the read out the program. In fact, what I do, I let people know about the program right now. Right. So from 12:30. Jam is doing a set.
Actually, I think it's Critters, it's not me, it's Critters.
Oh, it's Critters doing a set. Sorry, I beg your pardon, I've been corrected by that Critters is doing a set.
He's doing a set on intoxication.
Intoxication,
so,
okay then. Thank you very much.
He's calling himself Dr. Critters.
Dr. Critters.
For this event, so I don't know what qualifications he's got, but it should be interesting.
Okay then, I beg your pardon. Right. Lisa will be doing, from 1 o'clock, Lisa will be doing an event. We'll be speaking rather about nutrition and health education. I'm looking forward to that. We have Sister Elizabeth who will be talking about health matters, looking at everything about mental health. And then it'll be a yoga session by Sister Simone. She'll be phoning a little bit later on. See? Very beautiful sister. I must admit, I've met her a couple of times. Very pleasant. She does everything about yoga. I think it's called Roots Yoga. And she's doing like a taster session between 1 and 2. Then there'll be lunch. And then coming from the great man Lyndon, talking about his journey of diabetes. And Ken Dark, followed by Ken Dark, talking about fibroids. Fibroid. And then Vasco Stevenson will be the final speaker. We're talking about prostate cancer. See? So it's from 12 to 6. See? And that's taking place on that's tomorrow. Jump ahead, right? The big one. Now this is very important because, and I'm going to speak to James about this, we need some people now to help to promote this, because we need to start giving it some flyers and start really get the place overrun for the 27th of October. So if you like to get involved with promotion, if you've got any skills you have, please come forward. Whether it's do with social media, because there's some people very savage when it comes to social media, like the Facebook, the Twitter, and all that. We need to come on board and help to promote this event, because it's going to be a worldwide event. This and the Speakers Club Award 2018. We have great man Edison. I think about Edison today, in fact, might just run upon him because, he's a man, it's a giant among us. And let me touch the other thing about African spirituality. Dr. Abu, who is a warrior in the community, total warrior. See, we have straight from Detroit, Sarah Seti, and we have the great man Jammers, who's a world specialist. Not a world specialist, but he's a world scientist, because He's probably about 5, 10 are the specialized in the world when it comes to all thing about words, you know. And the theme is regenerating the family and the genius of our black child. What a title! The venue, the Bernie Grant Arts Theatre. Now then, things are going very, very fast, but we want to push this thing. We want the place to be ram, you know. I didn't mean Jam says we want the place to be ram. Now the tickets from for the box office, the number is 0208 365 5450. I repeat, 0208 365 5450. And it's £25 a door. If you get early tickets, it's £15. So I encourage people to get the early bird tickets. There's tickets are going very fast. Speaking of that, and general tickets are £20. And also, I never heard of this service yet, but this is a great initiative. They do home delivery service. See, so if you want a ticket, please phone. In fact, I'll give it a number for tickets. For more information as well, it's 07931 417 553. I repeat, 07931 417 553. And also another number which is 07375 449 318. I repeat, 07375 449 318. So that is the number for if you want tickets. Yep, etc. Okay then. And again, the Spirits Club Awards. So make that enough awards on that day. And there will be some presentation. And there'll be some performance on the day, So look forward to that. So many people on the bill, will be involved, So please come out and have a great time. See? Okay then. So that's that. And there's some more information I'll probably read out a little bit later on. So what's gonna happen now? That again, it's a Jammarsta show, and you know how we jam it, we turn it upside down, and we reason going some serious in depth of reasoning, and we tell you nothing but the truth and the absolute truth. Zabada ba ba ba. So Jammers, how you feeling, my brother?
Boom family, big up everybody here. Bless the family, the presenters, the management, the DJs, and most of all the listeners to bless. We're turning up the temperature, turning up the heat. Yeah, so make sure you put the word out on the street. This event can't be beat. The 27th, General Setti himself flying over from Detroit, USA to assist us in our task of regenerating the family and opening up and tapping into the genius of the black child. An event not to be missed, and it's taking place at the Bernie Grant Arts Centre, as Brother Dougie stressed you earlier. There's many ways that you can get your tickets. Tickets are selling fast. Make sure you can get your early bird tickets. Advise you get your early bird tickets, which are priced at £15 before they run out. You can either visit the venue, which is the Bernie Grant Arts Theatre, at Town Hall Approach Road N15 4RX. You can contact the box office, which is 0208 365 5450. Once again, 0208 365 5450. Or visit the website www.berniegrantartscentre.co.uk. Once again, tickets are £20. You still can get some early bird tickets for £15. You have to move fast. On the door is £25. This event is also going to be live streamed worldwide, so spread the word. We want to make this the event of the year. You can watch it anywhere in the world. Tell your friends, family abroad that they can watch worldwide via the pay-per-view service. see SETI live in the comfort of your own home. Even if you're in Birmingham, Manchester, and you can't get down to London, Bristol, you can watch it in the comfort of your own home by visiting the website www.thespeakersclub.co.uk. Once again, www.thespeakersclub.co.uk. Also a home delivery service within London. You can call 07931 417 553. Also for stores and info, you've got to move fast as well. Call 07931 417 553. Once again, to 07931 417 553. Or you can call Forward Recordings on 073 75 449 318, or contact Brother Dougie. Dougie, you're going to give out your number?
07882403871. I repeat, slow down a little bit. 07882403871.
Once again, it's Saturday, National UK Conference, Saturday the 27th of October 2018. Doors open from 5 p.m, showtime 7 p.m, and we're going to be having keynotes. The topic is regenerating the family. Once again, regenerating the family and the genius of our black child. Keynote speakers, myself, Edison Abanji, Dr. Abu Ratata, the Galaxy Voodoo Man, and live from Detroit, USA, the General himself, Sarah Suta Seti. Do not miss this event. Also, we've got an exclusive big panel with the man like the 100 Black Man, Paul Lawrence from King's Peace Treaty, Israel, the behavioral therapist, psychologist, upside down theorist, Lyndon Waters, and the great Queen, Sister Angie, also the Queen Karen Blair, and the legend himself, Errol Hines. And that's the panel. We've got an exclusive top brand panel. Music by Digo. BAP Theatre will be performing on the subject matter. Also, we've got live PAs from Forward Recording. It's going to be filmed by AV Media, so put on your best attire, and live streamed by Red 5599. Once again, via the Speakers Club, www.thespeakersclub.co.uk. Hosted by the man sitting next to me himself, Brother Dougie, in the house. How do you feel about that, Doug?
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. Very excited. You know, some giants and heavyweights have come through, so yes, I'm up for it, my brethren.
And you'll be alongside Lady Essie and the investigator himself, Andrew Muhammad. So this is the exclusive A-class lineup. Also, you can nominate if you got your favorite speaker, because it's a Speakers Club awards event. So if you've got a friend, a relative, teacher, pupil, politician, or outstanding member in your community that has inspired you with their word storytelling or their speaking ability, you can send your nominations to the Speakers Club at aol.co.uk or text 07931 417 553 with the name and the reason why your person should receive an award. Once again, it's all about awarding ourselves in the community, nominating ourselves in the community. So send your nominations to the Speakers Club at aol.co.uk or text 07931 417 553. Well, that's the full SP on the event. Once again, if you need further info, you can contact me, myself, Jammers, and I. That's 07931 417 553. If you'd like to call in, hear any inquiries, call us on 079 444 31366. That's right, Bless Radio 079 444 31366, and that's the full SP. Also, do remember, once again, Saturday, you got the health matters show. Also, Golden Onyx will be celebrating down at the West Indian Cultural Centre at 9 Clarendon Road, Hornsey, N8 09P. Once again, you've got your Black History Health Awareness Day. Also, Golden Onyx Film Club will both be at West Indian Cultural Centre, 9 Clarendon Road, Hornsey, N8 OJP. And also, I will be doing an exclusive lecture on etymology. That's going to be on Sunday the 21st at Queen St Anne's Library. Once again, St Anne's Library, Sunday the 21st. Stay tuned, or if you'd like some further information, you can contact me on 07931 417 553. Once again, you're tuned to Bless Radio. And what I'll be doing, I'll be breaking down Black History Month. We're stepping up the tempo, so I'm going to be breaking down, starting off breaking down what is a letter. I do etymology. I also do etiology, which is the origin and the cause of words. And this is an excerpt from my book, Decoding Language. The letter. What is a letter? A letter is someone who lets things happen to them. All black people have been trained to be letters. A person who can be manipulated is a letter. The key element with someone who is a letter is the fact that they have an inability to see what is really happening before their very eyes. They let things happen to them. Give black people the ability not to be able to see the things that is being done to them, so that the advantage can be taken of them. So basically, if you look, they give you letters, so you become a letter. A letter is somebody who lets things happen to them, and they have perfected a language system to turn all people into letters. The language system has been created to use words to turn people into letters. They teach people how to understand them, meaning to stand under them. So basically, words are syllables. Syllables are made up of labels that are sealed, seal labels. Syllable, every word have got a syllable. In the middle of a syllable is a vowel. So if you say the word bless, that is one syllable, because you can when you say it, you can tell how many syllables in a word by either holding your chin, and every time your chin moves down, that's a syllable, or clap every time you move. So if I say bless, that's one clap, it's got one syllable. Inside the syllable is a vowel. A vowel is the A, E, I, O, or U. So basically, in every syllable is a vowel, which is the A, E, I, O, U. So if I say shampoo, that's two syllables. There's two vowels in there, which is the A and the O, or the double O. So basically, within every word is a sound called a syllable. Inside the syllable is a vowel. A vowel, the first three letters of the word vowel is vowel. The second two letters of the word vowel is L. So basically, a vowel means when you promise your spirit to something. So every time you say a word, you're promising your spirit to the word that you are saying, because every word that you say has a vowel L. L means spirit, comes from the word Elohim. So basically, there is a code that is put into the language system to make you promise your spirit or your soul to the very words that you are uttering. Etymology, which I do, is a Greek word. It's two Greek words. The two Greek words are etymos, which means truth, and ology, which means study, or it means logo, or it means account, or it means word. So etymology means the study of the true word. It means true word, or the study of the truth. So this is what etymology means. It's basically, it comes from two Greek words, the combination of two Greek words. It comes from basically two Greek words, which is ology, which is the study or the science, and etymos, which is the truth. So basically, if etymology means the true word, then what is every other word that's not, and that doesn't come from etymology? Every other word then must be a lie. it must be false, it must be fiction, or it must be a code. So basically, the true matter is that all words that do not give you the true meaning are false words or code words. Basically, words are really calculations, are really a mathematical formula. Yeah, did you know that, Dogs? Yeah, basically every word is really mathematics. It's really mathematics. It's not really a word. It's a mathematics, because by the words that you say, you can, if you know it's mathematics, you can calculate what the person is like, what maneuver they're gonna make, what their personality is, whether they're trustworthy. So every word is mathematics because it involves a calculation.
That's quite interesting, saying that. So what the brother's saying, that every word is mathematics, and with that, you can calculate someone by the words they use. My brother, are you saying that their personality?
Yes, basically, anyone who's skilled in the art of rhetoric, which really means to talk, or oratory, which is talking, you could tell what the person is. First, you can tell another way. You can tell how a person is. As I said, it's not words, it's mathematics. You can tell by what a person is like by how they dress. So when you see someone's how they dress, you can probably calculate what their address looks like. So if you see someone who's dressed up really rich and they've got a big car, their address that they live at would probably be a lot wealthy or a big establishment. And then address means how you talk to somebody. So when you address someone, you talk to them. So talking means to address someone, and you address someone by the way they dress. And when you can see their address that they live in, you know how to address them. You see, so it's all a calculation. It's all a calculation. If you speak in a posh voice, then you can calculate this person maybe comes from a well-to-do family. They probably inherited money. You know, so if someone talks with a slang, you can kind of tell what neighborhood they come from. You know, the dialect that someone uses, you can probably tell the age group. You can tell what kind of music. You can tell what kind of people that they like. You can tell what kind of food. You can even tell the state of health by the tone of the voice. So it's mathematics.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So I did some science, really, going some deep science. So tell me, son, when we're talking about etymology, what you just mentioned earlier on, but for those who probably just tune in and listen, right? What do you mean by etymology? What is that? Let's deal with
etymology comes from two words, because that's another thing. When you see a word, it's usually got other sounds in that one word called syllables, and in the sounds in the word that gives you a meaning. So etymology has got four etymology. It's got four sounds in it. Each of those sounds has got a meaning. You know, you break down the two main sounds in etymology. You've got etymos. Etymos means true. Then you've got logi, which means so you've got biology, Scientology. Ology means the study of, or means the study of. So ology means the study of. Etymos means the truth. So etymology means the study of the true word. So if the etymology of a word is the true word, then what's all the other words then?
Right, absolutely. Okay, now I just want to big up to Sister Imani out in Manchester. Big up your steers just every single time, who's locked in right now. So big up yourself, Imani. Yeah. So again, we're at the Jammarsta show, and Jam's just bringing down the whole thing about words. Where's it arrived from? And as you said, you can describe someone's personality by the words they use, even the way they dress. You could tell by someone's personality, and that makes more sense. You know, I mean, if someone dresses all immaculate every single time with a three-piece suit and you know, they look flashy in the car, they're probably 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, you know, they're probably got a big mansion or 2 or 3 houses. Not every single time, you know, but I mean, this give an indication. Yeah.
And another thing is also they might have a big car, but by the way they talking, you can tell maybe they're a fraud. So you can see somebody dressed in a certain way, but by the way they talk, it doesn't match their dress. So then you can calculate there could be maybe they could be under some form of trickery, disguise, or fraud, or not being true to themselves, or they could be aspiring. They could sometimes you dress how you want to aspire, or which direction you want to go into. So basically, once again, if etymology means the true word, then every other word must be false or must be a code, and that's the key really. Words, as well as being mathematics, are also codes. A code means when you keep something secret.
Call me some secret.
Basically, they have a saying in the English language that the pen is mightier than the sword. So they have a saying in the English language that the pen is mightier than the sword. So what does a sword do? You can use a sword to cut somebody. You can use a sword to kill somebody. You can use a sword to threaten somebody. So if a pen is mightier than the sword, and you use a pen to write words with, you can see that words are being used as a weapon of warfare. Words are used as a weapon of warfare. Because they're used as a weapon of warfare, they are used as a code. So basically, if you look at even the First, Second World War, it was all about codes, people trying to crack the codes. So basically, when you are moving in a certain way, you speak in a certain way to disguise your intention. When you speak in a certain way, you use a code. Maybe you use words that only you and the people you are moving with understand. So basically, when you're moving amongst another set of people, you can communicate, especially if you're in war, if you're moving in secrecy, you use a special code sort of word. And when there are certain people live in a certain area, they use certain terms and certain phrases. So basically now, this means that law is a code. The medical service is a code. Physics use a code. You know, all the different sciences use a code. Biology uses a code. You know, law uses a code. The police use a code. Ambulance uses a code. Certain gangsters use a certain code. Rappers use a certain code. Even women use a certain code. You know, in Friends use a certain. Everything is based on a code.
You know, son, you're absolutely right, and I'm glad you bring that to people's attention, because you're right, you know. So, how would you link that with your thing of use the word Illuminati? As we time your thing.
Yeah, well, basically, language is communication, and communication also means power. Who knows the secret holds the power. You know, so if I know where the treasure is and you don't know where the treasure is, that means I'm in the power. I'm the power. If I know what the word means and I'm not giving you the true meaning of the word, then I have got power over you. You have to come to me to get the true meaning of the word. So basically, yeah, the Illuminati, well, Illuminati means to hide something. Luminati means to show something. And the thing is, we were the original Illuminati. The Moors were the original Illuminati. The Moors were the original ones who had the power, who ruled Europe, who dressed in the armor that you see King Arthur wear, who civilized the whole of Europe, brought street lighting, toothpaste, plumbing, water systems, washing, deodorant. The Moors, it was the Moors who were the original Illuminati. The Moors who were the ones who held power, and the Caucasians. Caucasians means someone who comes from the Black Sea or the Caspian Sea. They were wild Indian tribes, or the so-called Europeans. European is a Phoenician name. They weren't European. The Westerner, you know, they got all their sense of power when they defeated the Moors. So basically, the Moors or the melanated people taught the Westerners all about civilization, culture.
Yes, absolutely right. And I like the way you break those things down. But you know, Jammers, we need to do some work or thing about the Moors, you know. Of course, for understand the Moors, they're the only ones got their sovereignty, yeah?
Well, the Moors at the moment, yeah, in relation to law, the law, they are they've got sovereignty. I'm not 100% up on the law part of it, but basically, yeah, they have an understanding of law. They understanding that they still have an essence of what it means to rule, what it means to be independent, what it means to be self-defining, and what it means to be a sovereign, where you are in control of your state. And I do believe there's certain aspects where we're looking to
we're looking to all of that,
into how the sovereignty works.
Yeah, and that's something we need to understand, the whole thing about sovereignty, how it really works. Okay, then. So anyway, people are ringing me on a different number. So can you get the live link number, please? Can you please ring on the live link?
Live link number is 079 444 31366. Once again, 079 444 31366.
And this is the Jammarsta show, and we're here to tell the truth, nothing but the truth and the absolute truth. And we turn things upside down. We are reason, open up people's mindset. Open up people's mind, as I would say.
And basically, to pay attention to every word that you hear, because as I said, inside every word is a syllable or syllables. Inside the syllables are the real true meanings of the word. So basically, words are codes that hide the true meanings inside the syllable. Once you understand what the syllable means, then you check the etymological origin of the word, which when you go into the dictionary, it's the small little word that they hide at the bottom, which gives you the Greek or Latin definition. So the Greek or Latin definition gives you the true meaning of the word, not the false meaning of the word, or not the coded meaning of the word. So another trick word, I'll give you another word that and break down the code of this word. So I'm going to give you a word called history. History has got 3 syllables on it. There's 2 words in history. There's 2 words that make up this one word, history. The first word in history is his. His means usually a male. So his means a male. So to get the word history, it's an equation. Remember mathematical formula? So his plus story equals history. So the calculation or the equation for history is his, which means a male, plus story. What is a story? A story is fact mixed up with fiction. How somebody, one person's point of view. So basically, 2 people can see a fight. When I say the fight, I say, boy, you see that man there, the big boy there, me man, the winner. Now Dougie will see the fight, say, no man, didn't you see the kicks that man licked that man down? So I will have my story, and he will have his story of the event. So basically, a story is one person's viewpoint. It's not the actual facts. It's just how somebody sees something. It's not the actual fact. It's a point of view.
Okay then, what we're gonna do now? We're gonna have a short break, and we continue the whole reasoning. See?
And Edison, if you're listening in, you can phone in.
Okay, and Edison, please phone in if you're listening right now. We want to hear what you have to say and bring to the table.
You got to find 5 reasons that will make it worth it for you. 5 reasons. What will make it worth it for you? It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Look at yourself. Look at your dreams. Detoxify your life. I think that most people never achieve their true goals in life because they're surrounded with too many toxic, negative, energy-draining people. You've got to look at the people in your life and ask yourself the question, what is this relationship doing to me? How is it impacting my life? Am I a better person? Sidney Poitier wrote a book called The Measure of a Man. And it's powerful, but I encourage you to get Look at yourself. Look at your dreams. Detoxify your life. I think that most people never achieve their true goals in life because they're surrounded with too many toxic, negative, energy-draining people. You've got to look at the people in your life and ask yourself the question, what is this relationship doing to me? How is it impacting my life? Am I a better person? Sidney Poitier wrote a book called The Measure of a Man. And it's powerful, but I encourage you to get the tapes. I love his voice, and he said something. He said, when you go for a walk with someone, something happens unconsciously. It's not spoken. Either you adjust to their pace, or they adjust to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? Ask yourself. You've got to look at the people in your life and ask yourself the question, what is this relationship doing to me? How is it impacting my life? Am I a better person? My daughter, Ona Brown, who's a speaker and coach, she says, call forth your team, but make sure these are people that you can learn from. I never forget, I'm on a special board with Bishop T.D. Jakes, and we went into a board meeting. He looked at everybody before opening the meeting. He said, as soon as I know as much as you do, you're fired. And with that, the meeting is now open. Everybody continue to learn on that board. A friend of mine did his Kimbrough motivational speaker out of Atlanta. He said, if you're the smartest one in your group, you need to get a new group. So as you look at yourself and look into the future, call forth your team. You've got to look at the people in your life and ask yourself the question, what is this relationship doing to me? How is it impacting my life? Look at yourself. Look at your dreams. Detoxify your life. Look at your dreams. Detoxify your life. You have to watch who's speaking into you. You've got to begin to monitor your mind. And you've got to begin to literally be proactive in programming yourself to success. Be ye not conformed to this world. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yes, the great man Les Brown again. And today we're featuring talking about Les Brown, top motivational speaker. And he is the motivator. You have to be hungry. You know? I tell you, man, when I see Les Brown, sometimes I have to cry, you know, because I tell you why I have to cry, because he wakes you up, you know. You know, he has a way of talking to you. I say, Dougie, what are you doing with your life? You know, what are you doing? A grown man like you, what are you really doing? Les Brown, leave me alone, because don't see me I do great things. Dougie, I'm talking to you. What are you doing? Les Brown, leave me alone, right? And I said, let's go right there. I'm going to go on and do what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, he's the total motivator. And he talks about, you know, it's important to be among positive people. I know Jammers spends a lot of time, you know, do a lot of research, a lot of studying, but he focuses his mind to be among positive people. And he has to do that because someone asked me the question, this is a few years ago, and the question is, you know, do I believe in vampires or Dracula or something like that? And I said to him, yeah, there are some people who are vampires. Don't judge them, just keep away from them. Because what they do is suck at your energy, you know? And because they haven't got a bigger vision of themselves, right, they will just suck out your energy, you know? And, you know, some say no for their own, but I mean, at the end of the day, right, you have to protect yourself, protect your energy. And that's why Edison, be interested Edison going to phone, because Edison said something very profound one time. Well, he said something very, that, because every day he protect himself right? He shields himself with certain energy. He sprays himself with certain things, right? Because the Divine Meridian is very toxic. Some toxic people, toxic negative energy. Yeah. He has spiritual baths, burns certain incense, and he arms himself. See? And that's what we have to do now. We have to arm ourselves every single day. You know? Read positive books. Yeah, listen to positive tapes. Information. But don't forget, your mind's like a video recorder. You know? Once you bring all these negative things in it, it brings all that negative images, what happened in the past and happened, and you create to that feeling. See? You know, and we can't argue that things happen in the past. You know, that's part of life. You know, but why do you want to... It's like, why do you want to watch a lousy movie every single day? See? So, anyway, Jammers, just want to bring it to the mix, because I know he's a top motivational man, you know?
Boom.
Yeah.
Motivation comes from the Latin momentum. It means the movement. So it's a movement of the mind, the body, and the soul. And people, if you don't know how your operating system works, somebody else is going to come in and drive your car for you. If you don't know how to drive your car, somebody else is going to drive it for you. So you have to start to understand how you operate, because other people are watching how you operate, and they're driving your car for you. They are motivating you to do what they want to do. They're stimulating you to do what they want you to do. So basically, you're losing your power to motivate yourself, and you're becoming controlled or a puppet to somebody else. There's two mechanisms of how you operate. Mahat, you've got a left hand and you've got a right hand. The right hand represents the ritual. So basically, you've got your left side of the brain, half of you opposite. So basically, let me get this right. You have two ways of working. One is through your head, which is reasoning. So you have a reasoning capacity that you use your head to operate. And you have an emotional capacity, which is generated by your heart energy. So you have a double operating cycle system. Both systems work in harmony, then you become a productive and fully operational. If one of the mechanisms is not working in the correct manner, then you're going to become unbalanced and liable to fall into somebody else's control or be unsuccessful. So you have to have a balance of your reasoning skill and your emotional skill to produce positive resulof You also have to know how your habits operate. You have to understand the function of a habit and how to control your habits, and not to follow the habits that somebody else tries to impose on you, because then you get an addiction.
Boom, boom, boom. Jammers, you're the pan farm, man. Because, you know, when you talk about habits, you're absolutely right, you know. I like the way you've done that, talk about habits. And they said it takes about, 20, 30 days to perform a habit?
Well, you see, was it October the 6th was the day of, what's his name? I think it's Tom Dougie, an Afro-American who transformed the baseball team from losers to winners using a system which is similar to what they use in Alcoholics Anonymous, and the system is on habit creation. So this Afro-American, I'll get his full. I think it's Tom Dougie, had a system of in relation to habit, and basically habits work is you have a cue. Maybe you might feel frightened, or you might want to run, or you might feel thirsty, or you might want to have sex, you might want to have a drink. And basically, you have a feeling or a thought, and then you have a routine of how you get to that reward. So the body is trained that when it has a need, it tries to find a way to get to the reward. So basically, you get angry. You go down to the local pub, or you go to the off license. You buy a drink. You're no longer angry. So what you've done, you've shown the body as well. The body works by what you show it to do. So you've shown your body that when you get angry, to get rid of the anger, go down to the pub, go to the off license, buy a drink, and the anger's gone. So what happens is you do this repetitively, and you've created a habit. Basically, now you've trained your body to drink, and it becomes an addiction because it starts when you do things repetitively. Now it becomes a habit. It becomes and then you do basically when you do things without a thought process, then you do it without thinking. When you do it without thinking, it becomes automatic, and you lose control of it.
You're absolutely right, you know. Absolutely right. I hope people are taking notes of what the great man Jammers is saying here, you know, because you start, in fact, this show of vulnerable the mind is, because some, all right, what Jammers saying is quite true. Jammer, you know something, Jammers, just to run on what you're saying even more now, right? It says on the packet of cigarettes that smoking kills. But yet again, people still buy a packet of cigarette. In fact, people spend what? I don't know for a packet of cigarette. Must be about £8-10, I don't know, right? But because you've, like Jammer said, you've become addictive to the to nicotine in the cigarette or whatever, and now you become conditioned, and you automatically go in the shop and give your money away, even though it says that it kills. You still buy a packet of cigarettes, you know?
And that's because your heart it overrides your reasoning. Your heart overrides the reason. So if you can make and they design a system to stop you from thinking about things. So if someone says, "Why you idiot?" you know, you're gonna say, "Who you call an idiot?" Yeah, because the person hasn't give you no reason why you're an idiot. You're gonna react without a thought process. You're gonna react with a feeling. So the basic thing is when you give somebody a feeling, you bypass their thinking capacity. When you bypass their thinking capacity, you bypass their ability to stop themselves performing an action. Because when someone shouts at you, when someone belittles you, you act with emotion. And when you act with emotion, it bypasses your brain's ability to stop the emotion. So this is how a lot of people get themselves in trouble, get themselves in argument, get themselves in prison, get themselves making a wrong move because their emotion has been triggered. And the emotion bypasses the reasoning capacity.
Well, that's why it's very important to be in control of your emotions, because as Jammer said, and most of us can bear witness or be more aware. One will say here that, you know, most people get into the problem because they're not in full control of their emotions. I mean, in myself, I've been a victim where I get upset and I've said things. You know what I mean? And after a while, he said, I wish I never said that now, right? You calm down there. Something you have to apologize. Because, I mean, yes, at times, you know, you have to flare up and let people know that you're, but I mean, more time, people just, in fact, Jammers will agree with that. People agree with that. Some people in prison, and they wish they some say, boy, I wish I never done that, you know. What made me do that? What made me go down, let up on somebody and even want to kill a man and all them something there. Because the man upset them and blah, blah, blah. See? Because of emotions.
And because they trick you with words like subconscious, so you don't even know how to activate yourself. Basically, when you've got an emotional trigger, it bypasses your brain. Most people who are in prison, they're in prison due to an emotional experience triggered by drink, triggered by drugs, triggered by smoking, triggered by sex, triggered by anger, triggered by jealousy. So basically emotion has put them in a state because emotion overrides your brain and it becomes an automatic ability. And this is what they do to us, especially in the education system. They bypass your ability to think and give you emotion, like in adverts, in films, with a new phone, with clothes. So basically everything is an emotional experience, and what they know that when they bypass your brain and give you an emotion experience, it can become an automatic habit creation.
Absolutely. Okay then, in about 6-7 minutes time, we have a sister called Simeon will be phoning in and talking about yoga. It's called Roots Yoga. So she'll be phoning. Also expecting a call from Edison. Edison, if you're listening right now, He might be up and down doing something. We're expecting a call from Edison, and expecting a call from Derma. He's written a book called The Ghost Within. Very interesting. So, we're going to get some people ringing in, interacting with us, and let us know what's happening. So, again, the Jammarsta show, and Jam has done a lot of work in this particular era, and he's become one of the well-known wordsmith in the world. He's well known in the world as a wordsmith. He's become the science of words, and it's something he's always developing and growing and developing all the time, right? So what I'm gonna do now,
I just want to get into just before you, just to stick on this habit thing, right? Basically, when you do repeatedly do something and you start to do it without thinking, it becomes automatic. So if you want to create a habit, you do something repetitively, and you do it without thinking. It's most habits are formed, especially driving a car. You keep on doing it, and after a while, your brain doesn't think anymore, and it becomes an automatic experience. So habits is done by repetition. A petition is when you ask somebody something. So basically, you do something and you're asking your body to do this action by itself. So repetition. Remember, petition is when you sign. Everybody signs something like for reparations. Where everybody put their signs because you're asking to get something. So repetition means you asking your body to perform an action continually.
Okay then, we're gonna have a very short break and continue the reasoning.
But Calvin now, over 30, Calvin now, single parent of 2 daughters, good father. Calvin now at this stage of his life, he's behind on his dreams. A lot of talent, a lot of abilities. Very conservative. One of those people, great mind, but just hasn't developed that things that we want our kids to have. That I want it. Calvin, you got to kick it up a notch. Get up a notch. You never thought you'd be in your 30s. You got to kick it up a notch. You got to. Here's the other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, let's say it's me. Yeah. See, it's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have the mindset that I'm going to do this. But you've got to take ownership. You've got to decide, hey, I'm going to do this. You've got to take responsibility for your life. George Bernard Shaw said the people that make it in this life, they look around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. You've got to decide, it's me. You've got to say, and say this with conviction, I expect to win. Yes, I think it's important that we say that. If you ask most people, do you want to become successful? They will say yes. I expect to win. I expect to win. Took my oldest son for a walk, my namesake. We always expect our children to do far more than what we do. I said, Calvin, he wants his own identity. He's Leslie Calvin Brown Jr. I stopped him, looked him in the eyes, and said, do you want to be successful, son? He said, yes, sir, Dad. Very good. Do you want to be successful? Do you want to be successful? Let's walk, son. Walk further. Stopped him again. I said, Calvin, look me in the eyes, son. Yes, sir, Dad. Do you expect to be successful, son? And he stood there and he looked at me and his eyes got glassy.
Okay. If you listen to
and the reason that he said let's walk.
Let's man say this, son. Do you expect to be successful? That's a very good question.
Calvin now, single parent of 2 daughters, good father. Calvin now at this stage of his life, he's behind on his dreams. A lot of talent, a lot of abilities. very conservative. One of those people.
This way he's talking about his son.
Just hasn't developed that. You know, things that we want our kids to have that. I want it. Calvin. You got to kick it up a notch. Son. Get up a notch. You never thought you'd be in your 30s. You got to kick it up a notch. You got to increase your energy in order to live your dreams. You can't be casual about your dreams. Bill Bailey said if you're casual about your dream, you'll end up a casualty. Shake someone's hand on your right and left and say, kick it up a notch. You got to kick it up a notch. You got to kick it up a notch.
Yeah, but it's not on. I can't find him on.
What color is that?
Should be.
Yeah, so you bring the other one down. Bring the other
Greetings.
Greetings, Dougie. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
You see?
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes, great. All right. So you there, Edison?
It is, Dougie. It is.
Okay, fantastic. So how you keeping anyway?
I'm very, very well. You know, everything is going brilliant. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Okay then.
We started our class at the weekend, so we had a good turnout.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, the Manhood Academy and the Womanhood Academy are there in force.
We mean in force. They were there?
Fantastic.
About 20 of them are on the course. They're doing really well. So,
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Even a friend of yours. Yeah.
A friend of mine is there?
Well, there's always a friend of yours, Dougie. Everyone knows you.
Okay then. Okay then. Fantastic. Yeah. So, so tell me, son.
Can you tell us where the course is? Where's the course being held?
The course is being held at Back to Eden, 120A Lower Clapton Road, London, E50QR. We just done the first week, so there's a few spaces on the early class, but the late class is full. It's full. No more spaces there. That's just packed up. But the early class, there's still a few spaces.
Okay, so you do 2 classes on a Sunday?
Yeah, we're doing 2 classes. You know, you have the early birds that want the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that wake up so early, you know?
Okay then. So what's the times? My brother?
Okay, well, the first one is 11 o'clock to 2:30.
Yeah.
To 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. So 3 hours for the first one. And the second one is about 2:30. And last week we finished about 6:30. It was about 3-4 hours. It was crazy. But yeah.
So what kind of stuff you cover in your classes then? What kind of stuff you do? Especially people listening for the first time, yeah.
Okay, well last week was the introduction week. So we're just kind of introducing you to the main focuses, which how you sort of communicate with yourself.
Right.
How you're constantly having your inner conversations, and where most people, you know, if you're losing an argument within yourself, the rest of your life is a little tough and a little hard. So the main basis is just learning how to master yourself. We call it spirituality only because people are comfortable with that term, but really it's just about how you make sense of everything you're going through. Next week we're talking about ancestors, the first week. So we were talking about who you are, what you really are, how you really interact with the world. Your ancestors are who you was before you got here.
Okay.
And what you're capable of doing. So it's like the questions that you have in the back of your mind of who you are and why, and we're just going through them and explaining them. So that was good. It's the full of 4 hours, and yeah, we didn't even get halfway through, but it was brilliant. Everyone was really interactive, and the guys there, it's a beautiful mix of a lot of men where you normally don't find in those kind of spiritual things, but there's a healthy balance of women there as well.
Okay.
And everyone was asking questions and interacting. It was fantastic.
Oh, actually beautiful. But the burning question I'm going to ask you, because one of the questions I've asked this question before. The whole thing about mental health, right?
Okay.
And as you know that a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot of people, but there's certain people have challenged me come to, I'll use the word stress, there's a lot of pressure, and to some extent they're just depressed and so forth, yeah? But how do you look at the whole thing about mental health, and how would you look at the whole thing of, mental health, yeah?
Well, the thing that we're looking at, everyone has an idea, or best to put it, we think in pictures. That's going to be the crux this week, where we're going to talk about how your unconscious mind is really the intelligence behind you, but it's really the essence, the God, the spirit that guides you in what you do. But anyhow, that aside, there's rules in which we live our life and how we live our life. And what we're constantly doing is, if I'm saying anything to you, as I'm saying it to you, you're trying to create an image, like a little movie screen, to try and see if you can visualize what I'm saying. Yeah? And when you think of your life, you think of it as, well, I picture myself like this. And I picture like, I'm going to go and see these people and they're going to behave this way. And we're always trying to look ahead or look at the images of things that we're going to face in the future and things that we've been through in the past. The problem with mental health is that the person is often looking at a picture of their story, which they don't like, which they can't handle. And whenever they look at that picture in their mind, depresses them from within. Now, the biggest problem is, and me and Jammarsta have spoke about it many times, that if you're in a situation, if you can't create in your mind a picture of how you're going to do something, you almost like run a little movie screen.
Okay.
And when you're saying, you're like a little mini movie. Someone give you a problem, you're going to visualize all the different aspects and all the different components, and then say, okay, well, if I go in, I see that person, he's going to say this, and then I can go on and do this, and you basically make that as part of the equation, so you know what you're going to do when you leave the house. You decide on what actions you're going to do. But sometimes you get problems, you just can't see your way out of it. You just see how you're going to create a set of circumstances that's going to get you out of that situation.
Right.
And
But
when you've run every simulation in your mind, you give up.
Oh.
You need help. You need someone to come and give you a bit of picture, or a picture that you can believe, that's going to get you out of that situation.
okay then. So would you say that certain people just create a picture of hopelessness, that they just can't get out of the situation?
They can't work out a way out of it. They can't work out a way out of the situation they're in. They can't see a way out. That's what someone would say. They'll say, I can't see a way out of it. And so therefore I've given up. Every move I make turns out bad. So I can't think of a new scenario in my mind that I trust that's going to get me out of the situation. Then they just give up. And then all these different thoughts now pop into their head and continue to cement that sort of mindset that they can't make it. And that's when they become despondent, and all other sort of dark thoughts come into their head, because those thoughts were always there. Memories, voices of their past coming and then berating them from within. So a man is sort of almost trapped in the prison of his past, and how people have dealt with him, and how society may have dealt with him as well.
I like what you said there, that that individual be a prison within their past. It's like a darkness. They're just in that dark room and they just prison themselves, and they can't see no way. And the reason I'm talking like this, I'm saying this because I've experienced a particular individual where very intelligent, very intelligent. I must admit, very intelligent, right? But it's like everything they say, it's always something. It's never anything positive. It's always something bloom and gloom and depressing, and and they can't see no way out. And 1 minute they're good, and then next minute they just bloom and gloom. You know, it's quite disturbing for me because you don't, and even though much you talk to them, but
Yeah, it's
personally,
hard to balance yourself
yeah,
in those circumstances.
yeah,
When someone's coming at you doom and gloom, you looking at the picture from their point of view, it's going to depress you and hurt you. So you want to start talking to them and try to bring them different ways to look at it. But when the person don't want to listen and they're kind of like poo-pooing everything you're saying, you become tired and a little depressed like them because you just can't shake it. So this is where you want to leave and make excuses because you're going to feel down because you can't pick them up.
Yeah. And yeah, I see this. But all right then. So, what advice would you give to someone who? Well, it's very hard to give some advice still. But if someone's in a situation right now, let's say really want to then get at that. But what would you say to people in that situation right now that just can't see no way out? You know what I mean? You know.
No, the thing is, like all things, sometimes you have a point of view which is blocking you.
Say that again.
You have a point of view that is blocking you. You know, we all have rules. And some of the rules that we have about life are not practical. They're based in fantasy. You know, if someone says, I've got to win $1 million before I can do this, so I can get an amount of money before I can do this. You know, you have certain people that are about to start projects. And whereas the person who's giving them money started off with no money and had to scrimp and scrape and do whatever to get to their position, that person might not be prepared to do that and sit there and just say, I need help. Go around telling everyone they need help. And everyone's looking at them like, how can I give to you and take away from myself? That doesn't make sense. So you have to find a way to fight for yourself to get that to the position. But we live in a world where, let's just say, people don't want to put themselves out if there's someone else they can ask.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
So in that situation, all they're really suffering from is from a point of view that can't be fixed because it's mainly based in fantasy and it requires other people to achieve it. If you need someone else to help you make your dream, then it's not your dream. It's your fantasy. Because if it's your dream and what you can do, you get up and do it. You suffer with it. That's it. You suffer with it.
But would you say? I know James want to jump in a second, but would you say that it's important that people have a goal and a purpose in life?
But the problem is, more often a goal and a fantasy, because a lot of people are suffering from fantasy.
Right.
Yeah? I don't know if there's a word fantasize, but essentially they've created an idea to get them for a moment, which is good, you know? If you're sitting there at work, you're bored, you're fed up of it, you're thinking about what you're going to do later on in the day,
right?
What you're going to eat. You're going to be planning for things you enjoy so that your body still feels in a nice place, even though you're not in a nice workplace.
Right.
So you almost make a dream fantasy that gets you out, which is cool. Yeah, that's what we're always constantly doing. But if you're in a scenario where nothing you can think of is really going to take you out of the mood you're in, then obviously depression or inner pressure, is the next step. That's the next scenario that comes along. And someone has to lift you up by just giving you a different picture of the same thing you're looking at. If someone's coming saying they can't do this, you can't do that, remind them of a time when they have done things greater than what they have to do now.
You know something, you're on point there, you know. You're on point there because I was reasoning, I was just reading with somebody in the car. We were just talking in general. And we're talking about the whole thing about depression and people depressed. And I was, talking about a particular individual and so forth. And one of the things I was saying to him, that one exercise you can do is to talk to that person and say to him, when was that? When was the time when you feel most happy, right? And create that kind of that feeling, that experience, you know. And yeah, because because it's like it's interesting, you know. I mean that
No, it's powerful. You need to have it.
you need to have it.
Look,
Because
the
no,
thing is-
go on. Let me just say this. That I mean, for
No, please,
example,
go ahead.
right? You look at those people who are depressed, right? Right, and you observe them physically. They got shadow breathing, the head is down, and you know. But if you say that same person, look here, right? You've won the lottery. You won like I don't know, £10 million. They probably do a somersault and jump all over the place. You know what I mean, right? You see, right? But the point I'm trying to say that you could change your physiology just like that. But if you remember the time when you was happy at your best and blah 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 blah, you can break that cycle. You know. Alright, I just want you to come into the reason because we say it's one point, and also Jam's in the mix as well.
No, but then that is the classic.
Yeah.
Look, if you talking to someone, one of the main things you ask them what's their hobbies, and just by talking about their hobbies and things they love to do, their whole demeanor changes.
See.
Yeah, their whole spirit changes. And says,
Yes.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do this.
Yes. Yes.
And then when someone says, "Oh, I can't do it now," they say, "Why? What's not stopping you?" And they say, "If I can arrange for you to do that, will that pick you up?" The person say, "Yeah, I look forward to that." And just by that raising of the eyebrows, that they show to the knowledge that they would be, motivated to do that, changes the physiology, as you said. We are our own drug dealers. That's what I always love to say. Because every time you have a thought, you then create an emotion. And you get addicted to that emotion. And that emotion becomes a nice feeling. It's like a man sees a nice woman walking by. And he looks at the woman, and the way he feels at looking at her make him feel good. He's like, boy, I feel good looking at her. Yeah? He feels good. There's a chemical connection in it. Therefore, afterwards, he says, but I enjoy that good, that buzz. So I want to go and talk to her and see if I can keep that buzz for a long time. So every time he's talking to her and he sees her, he gets a buzz. Until he falls in love with that buzz. Falls in love with that chemical that he creates within himself based on him seeing her. But that's based on what he doesn't know, just how he feels. And the more he gets to know her, it can increase or it can decrease. She tells him a part of a story that he says, "Oh, I don't agree with that." Then no matter how she looks, he don't feel the same buzz.
See.
And then he can live without the buzz because she said something that transgressed one of his rules. That he said, "Nah, anyone who's like that, I can't take seriously." It's like if I spoke to someone and they say they like Donald Trump. I said, "I can't talk to you." It's like that. Everyone has their rules.
Yeah. Boy, that's powerful. That's powerful. Jamus, you want to come in?
Yeah, what I like to say is that we. Oh no, I just had to get distraction running. We've got the power to generate emotions without any external triggers. You've got the power to create energy without anybody else but yourself. Your body has the power to give yourself energy. You can make yourself happy. You can stimulate yourself with power. You can make yourself fearless without any external triggers. But this society has put so many external triggers that we've lost the sense of being able to create our own emotions. It's like we need an external trigger to create emotion where we're not really, as both of you were saying, we're not experiencing our reality. We're working off a vision or a fantasy or an idea that's been placed in our head, and we're working off somebody else, the experience that someone else has told we need to act out to generate the power that we have already have. All right.
I do a whole class on this
Right.
sacred concept
Mhm.
where we explain to everyone that every emotion they've ever had
Mhm.
or feeling they've had, they create themselves.
Mhm.
That they are the God that they seek.
Right.
Because without them generating a sensation
Mhm.
behind this experience, is the thing real? You know how nowadays when these guys are playing the PlayStation and all this kind of thing,
Yes.
the actual hand thing vibrates
Yes.
to give them a sensation to say, yeah, something took place, you know, you did something.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, our bodies just hold the vibrations of our thoughts.
Mhm.
And based on what you see in your mind, will determine the kind of vibration you create in your body.
Yeah, that's right. So, like when you, as you say, playing a game or you're watching the TV program, it's just
You're watching a TV program in your mind.
yeah.
That's all your life is. It's a TV program you're running in your head. And because of your own beliefs, you're the one who determines what you get upset by and what you don't. Because two people can watch the same thing and have two different emotions.
So basically, you're having you have the physical dance in the house party or in the rave, but you have an emotional dance when you're watching a TV program, and it determines how you behave.
Well, yes, because the thing is, sometimes people pose situations that you would never be in yourself. And TV is classic for giving you options about things that you just would not have gone through. They're so fantastical. That's why everyone loves sci-fi and all that, because it gives them a chance to escape from life and all that. So all of a sudden you're looking at people do things you don't believe you could ever do. And you need to admire things and look up to things.
And the thing about it is, when you get an experience that is beyond what you can experience normally, like you're watching a Star Trek or you're watching some god, it acts like an emotional crack, because you can't get that experience in your normal existence from your normal day-to-day life. So to get that experience again, now you become addicted to watching, I don't know, certain sex movie or certain fighting scenes or watching boxing or a football match, because it's giving you a hype, like a crack, emotional crack, that you can't get in your normal experience in life.
Literally everything is crack, if you would call it. Because remember I said, we are our own drug dispensers. So a certain idea creates a certain sensation. And as such, you become addicted to that sensation. If you had a good time, you want to always have a good time.
Yeah, but it's true.
So you're going to go out your way, and whoever gives you that good time,
It's true.
you're going to hang with them for a while.
It's true. Very true. Very
Until
true.
The feeling becomes stale in that conversation. And said, I don't get the same kind of buzz when I talk to you. Once upon a time, I used to get a big buzz and feel excited. Now, it's a little less. I've heard it a few times. There's nothing new that you're saying.
Nothing you were saying. But come back to what you said earlier on, that I mean, someone will probably watch a movie, two people watching a movie or a group of people, and someone will get emotionally addicted to the other person wouldn't. So why is that? Is that different kind of chemical, different kind of perspective? How would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a combination of things where they broke down many years ago how your mind works. That is, some of us that we call us audio people, which means that I don't trust what I see, I trust what I hear in your voice.
Right.
If your voice sounds straight to me, bona fide, then I believe in that. Yeah? When there's another person who's more visually based, you can tell them because they speak fast, because they see an image in their mind that they're trying to explain as quick as possible.
Oh,
Hence
okay.
they speak quite quickly.
Okay.
And an audio person speaks slower
Yeah.
and more deliberate, where you got a kinesthetic or a feeling person who really is slow to speak and quite quiet.
Right. Right.
Yeah?
Right.
So when you're dealing with different people, you have to try and use language that means something to them.
All right. All right.
So if someone is an audio thing,
Yes.
you're likely to say, boy, that sounds good.
Yes.
Where if they're visual, that looks good. And if they're kinesthetic, that feels good. Because the way in which their mind works requires that you acknowledge the way that they thinking first. If the feeling is first for them, then you literally have to come with a feeling before they get their impression. You already know what they're talking about.
Yes.
Because people trust people that they think understands where they're coming from. So it was something we used to do years ago where, depending on who we're speaking to, we switch our language. We start saying you see and this and that once you work out who the person is. So you can actually bring them out from where they're sort of stuck in their own little private movie in their mind. And how they're processing it. So yeah, two people, no one sees the same thing. Yeah, they looking at the same event, but they judging it a different way based on their experiences.
The key word said that, based on their experience. Yeah.
Exactly, because your logic is only as good as experience. If you've never seen a thing, you've got no logical sequence to the thing.
Right. But would you say then that, and it come back to what we were saying earlier on, that some people just trap in their own experience? It's like, as I put this, right? It's like, the question, in fact, jump to it earlier on, right? Why would you want to watch a lousy movie over and over again? So the point I'm trying to make here is that, as you said earlier on, that some people are just trapped, like they're in a dark room, so to speak, right? And they just want to stay in that dark room, and they make them say, "Well, boy, if we're dark, and we don't like it." But it's like they just trap into that. They don't see no way out. See?
Don't see nothing.
Yeah, and that's their experience from last year, the year before, 5, 10, 15 years. The same story they want to show.
Well, there's a saying that we have that your past is your present when you haven't uncovered it, or you haven't unsealed it, or you haven't dealt with it. If you haven't dealt with your past, it stays your present. So all you spend your life doing is trying to fix your past, or how you feel about it.
Yes.
So a lot of people, whenever they approach a new situation, they're seeing, is this going to be the way that I get over my past? Is this the way I'm going to come out of this okay? So they're looking for the perfect distraction. And that's why someone can meet a new partner and it distracts them for a while, but then after a while, the past of their disappointments now kicks into their mind. And whereas this new person used to be a brilliant distraction, it's not holding it anymore. It's not creating that charge. The imagery of this new thing doesn't please you enough to forget the things that displeased you in the past. So therefore, the past now comes into the equation, and this person is looking at you and saying, "You're just like this person," and that comes after 6 months or so.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, you're just like this person.
Yeah.
You remind me of this.
Yes.
Why can't you be this? Why can't you be that?
Yeah.
And you're like, huh? But I was good 3 months ago. You loved me then. What happened then? I haven't done anything different. What happened? And you didn't. It's just that their past caught up with them. They were trying to dodge it and run from it, but eventually it found them and it took them back down.
Yeah, boy, this is just music to the ears. Boy, I just love reason with you, man, because you're able to open up some reason, some channel of reasoning in the brain cells, but just open up, and and we don't get this kind of reason at all. You see, we just open up the mind, But before you came on, I was saying to Jammers, one of the things you advocate, or you talk about, is how we should protect ourselves, and we protect ourselves by certain kind of oils or burn some kind of incense, because as you know, when we come out in this world here, we go on the street and you man other people, there's water toxic and poisons about the place, and you got to protect yourself. I want you to talk a little bit about that. Yeah.
Okay, well, you have have to remember that they say that air
Yeah.
is just like a rarefied form of water. So, or even think of it much simpler. The concept of you going to a swimming pool. Yeah? People are swimming in a swimming pool, but not appreciating that they're having a bath with everyone in the swimming pool.
Yes. Well, I said that again. I said that again. That's a good example. Say that again, man.
If you go to a swimming pool,
Yeah.
you literally just got in a bath with everyone in the swimming pool. So whatever funky energy or feeling or what have you is now transmuted onto you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's direct. Because we're all electrical beings, we're all charging that water. So what kind of funky energy bath did you just get into when you got into that swimming pool? So that is on a dense level.
Same.
But imagine air is like water as well. So whenever you're in a room with a person, you're having a bath with them as well.
Yes.
For every thought and feeling they may have, any dirty, nasty kind of thought, toxic, what have you, is now in the air that both of you are sharing. So you're both sharing a bath, and you're sharing whatever toxic feelings that you're having. Now the thing is, if you're sharing a bath with someone, if I liken the bath to all this person's energy, and this person, every single thought, good, bad, nasty, what have you, if you put your toe in that bath, isn't it going to stain you? Yeah?
Yeah.
So therefore, when you're with someone, isn't their thoughts and feelings staining you?
Yes. Yeah.
All the time, every day.
Every day. Yeah.
And you take that stain and you take it home to your house.
Yes.
So therefore now your house is covered with all the stains of all the people you passed in that day.
Plum bum. Yes. Yeah, man. Come true. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I.
So therefore, if you got all that stain, how do you clean it off? So therefore, you have to burn the incense, and then with the oils we do or what we recommend, we're not saying it's the only place, but this is something we think about. It's on our website. We start looking at the problem and seeing ways that you can pull this energy that people have on them that is now attached to you off you by creating a reverse baric environment or osmosis or what have you, where a higher concentration of a substance will pull the water and out of a lower concentration of substance. So we'll make a bath that is stronger than the energy that you have on you. So therefore you get to that bath and it pulls all that stuff that you picked up during the day of people out and off your skin. So that you can be in a little peace and you ain't going to your thinking about some idiot at work.
That's right.
But his energy's still there, trying to get inside you.
It's true. But you know what's interesting, right? That's because sometimes I have conversations with certain people. You have who's been at work, and you find out a lot of people they bring their work at home. So the stress that they had at work, they bring it home. And I said to myself, leave that at work. Leave that at the door when you come home, man. You're supposed to be in peace of your mind. You're supposed to, but to bring all that stress at home and bring it with your family or your wife or what your wife bring it to the husband and everything, it's madness.
It's madness, okay.
It is madness.
So madness.
Pure madness.
So madness.
Yeah.
But people are doing it every day.
Every day.
And
Yeah.
when a man comes home from work and his face looks vexed, but you're home now, you're supposed to smile. You can't smile because he can't get over the picture in his mind of what he went through that day.
Yeah.
It's still playing out in his head. Yeah?
Boy, this is just music to the ears, This is just powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff.
It's a shame because these are the basics that we should have just all known as children. But we come over here and we listen to other people's mess, telling us that we got to follow their way to be as miserable as them. They're miserable, Dougie. Look at them.
Right, it's true.
They're only happy when we're their subservient to them. That's when they're happy. But amongst themselves, they can't even talk amongst themselves. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we're at the Jammarsta show. Jammers, you have any question you want to bring to the great man Edison?
It's just similar to what you're saying. Is basically, you know, if you look at entertainment and you look at contain means you've been held. You know, so you're basically freely being held. I mean, you wouldn't drive your car with no brakes, you know, or you wouldn't put your hand underneath somebody who's got a hammer and let them beat it, you know. So what happens is we're training ourselves to put ourselves in front of this TV or a movie, and we don't know what emotion is going to be thrown at us, but we're willingly letting ourselves be exposed to all these emotions and reactions, you know. So we're letting go of our control of what we want to do and what we want to emotionally see, you know.
Yes. But that's a powerful thought, that, you know. A powerful thought, that, you know. Yeah, what I'm saying, because what we're doing there, it's like strip yourself naked. Right, that's what you're doing, right? And ready to get exposed to all the to the disease or whatever, you know what I mean? To catch a cold, you know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. See, I like what you said that. Jammer, say that again, because that's powerful, you know.
Boy. Okay, no, I said, yeah, it's like entertainment is when contain means to hold. So you're entering a place of being held. You know, like you wouldn't, as you say, you wouldn't drive a car with no brakes because you don't know how you're going to be able to stop it, or put your hand underneath someone who's got a hammer and let them hit it, you know. So how the hell do you want to go and put yourself in front of this TV or game and you don't know what emotions it's going to throw at you? You know, you've put yourself out of control of your own self, you know, and you do that continually. It's then you just love to throw yourself in front of some tragedy or disaster movie or some horror movie. Then you wonder why you end up so depressed, you know. But that's what you've trained yourself to do, to lose control of your emotion, or expose yourself.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah.
Dougie, there's a saying that we have that is all the same. But there's a saying that we have. You spend a lot of money locking your house, locking your bedroom, locking your gate, all the security, locking your car, but you don't do anything to lock your mind. Everyone can come and raid your mind and leave what they want in your mind all the time. Yeah, and your mind, as we say, is where you live. You live inside your mind.
Inside your mind, yeah.
Different places.
Yeah.
Because if your mind is corrupt, no matter where you go and what you're doing, nothing balances out. Yeah, if your mind is dirty, you know those people with OCD, they need to make sure everything outside is correct. Because inside their mind, they have no balance. That's why they become upset when everything is out of place. Yeah? Because therefore, but you find a man who's comfortable in his mind and he's played to the tip. They ain't got no problems with it.
See.
Yeah? And if you go to church him on anything, he knows exactly where everything is in his net. So it looks like a mess to you, because you don't know what sequence and what sort of pattern he's using. But he knows and he's comfortable with it. Yeah? So as Jammers put it so eloquently, we're in that position where, again, we're letting things into our minds, even though they have a warning sign saying don't do it. You know? Tell live vision.
Tell live vision, yeah, absolutely.
And then you're watching the program, you know, and if you look at how program spells, it's got E at the end, so it's program me. Yeah, and the thing is, for hypnosis, you can't hypnose somebody who's resistant. So the first thing that you've got to do to hypnotize somebody is get them to agree to be hypnotized.
Unfortunately, education is hypnotism. When someone has to repeat a fact over and over in order that you remember, then it's no longer natural.
Okay.
The classic hypnotist is the pastor, the teacher, and the politician.
Yeah, and it's called being
They
taught.
learn how to use their hands and their tone of repeat certain words and set up programs inside your mind. So they just need to say, praise the Lord, and we say,
Praise the Lord.
hallelujah.
Yep. Call and response. It's called being taught, because taught comes from the word tautology. Tautology is when you just repeat something over and over again without giving a reason for it, and then it becomes an automatic response. It disengages your mind and creates, as we were saying earlier, the habit formation that you become like a robot, or puppet that you can manipulate it to somebody else's design. It's habit creation.
Look at education as exactly that.
Yep.
Where they keep repeating the same thing over and over again, making you sing it, make you go through it. And you're constantly in a situation where you don't know why. You just know what to do. You just
do it. That's it. You do it without mind control. Because your mind's in control. Because
No, if they do it on a child who's not suspecting anything.
Yeah.
Imagine how powerful that is. So the poor child is programmed from young.
That's right.
With an overall program. And then they try and run new programs when they're older, but the child doesn't even realize the reason why they're resisting or gravitating is based on a program on who they think they are.
Because, I mean, if you just go to W.H. Smith, I don't even want to say, we'll go to the average children's books, make popular bookstores, and look at their children, what the titles are on them books that the young children are seeing when they commit this murder, killing, or some man, there's Thomas and his green dragon. So basically, the child is being exposed to all of these traumas at an early age. Then you look at all the film, look at the cartoons that's going on, and it's pure trauma. The child is getting traumatized. Then he's hearing all these nursery crimes with killing and murder, violence. Jack and the Beanstalk. And then they're hearing a little 3 blind mice cut off their tails with a carving knife. So when you hear what madness these children are being exposed to,
being conditioned to a state of violence and acceptance of trauma as a normality. So therefore, when later on the teachers and society treats them that way, a child can say, "That's all I've known. Why would I confess? Why would I contest? Well, that's all I know."
And as we said, it's crack emotion, because basically they're getting exposed to excessive trauma. So basically it stimulates the adrenaline and endorphin glands more than normally. So it gives them a higher emotion, just like what crack would do. The emotional stimulation that you get is such a high level that normal emotion now doesn't have any effect.
The thing is, look, the more scary the thing, the more fear is involved, and the more energy that is discharged from your mind in order to work out a way to protect yourself. Yeah? So that more energy or bigger buzz or electrical discharge becomes almost addictive to the point where you're constantly in a state of alert. So therefore, you're looking for anything that is going to be of a sort of heavier nature to basically charge you up. So the normality of someone just saying, "Hello, how are you? Today we're going to go look in nature." You're like, "Whoa, that's boring. Where's the guns? Where's the violence? Where's this? This is how I've been brought up."
Because I've never seen it in the whole of years of Hollywood. Never seen a movie called The Happy Family.
No, look at that Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, and they end up sleeping in the toilet.
It's always based on tragedy and trauma. The whole of the movie industry is based on tragedy, trauma. That's what seems to excite them.
Conditioning you to how bad a thing could be.
A bad experience.
And then you turn around and say, "I've been entertained." I've been depressed.
And the thing is, you've been watching murder, rape, killing, pure bad experiences. So, how's that going to stimulate you to want to do anything differently? If that's how you entertain yourself, with murder, killing, violence. Seeing how many people got shot on the game, then you're reading book about more murder, killing, then you and your friends are talking about murder, killing, outrage, beating up, violence, and then you're feeling good about it.
Well, again, that's how it is. I never can understand a mind that likes to be scared
It's true.
And find that as an exciting thing to do. Oh, that was really scary. I really enjoyed that.
And the thing about it is, yeah, sorry to cut you. What would you say a man, yeah, who locks himself away and doesn't want to breed with anybody because he doesn't want to produce another being like him because he feels he's so wicked? You know, why would you want to even be around a person who's so wicked that he doesn't want to breed with anybody? He separates himself from his woman because he feels he's a sinner, he's born in wickedness, and he doesn't want to produce another being that looks like him because of the wickedness that he's got inside him. You should stay clear of somebody who's got a mentality like that. It's called a church.
But you know the classic scenario when a soldier comes back from any sort of war situation, they've got to debrief him. Does anyone ever realize what debrief actually is?
What is the debrief?
No, it's along the lines where someone has come and you have to check their story and get their mind in the right place before you let them out.
But
get them to recognize what transpired, why they had to do it, why it's not their fault, why they can go back to normal life, and why they shouldn't carry this with them.
But the thing,
you look at the people with this post-traumatic stress.
But the thing is, we're going willingly to someone who's doing that already. It's called the church. They don't want to breed with each other, so the nuns go in one place, the monks go in another place because they feel they're so wicked, you know, that if they have intercourse, they're going to breed another wicked being. So they separate themselves so they don't have to breed anymore. This is somebody you should be running from because the man feels that they're so wicked they can't even go next to another woman in case they produce another evil person like themselves again.
Put it in perspective, you know, where the the biggest pedophile organization in the world is the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're always being caught for things that they do, but they do it for spiritual reasons.
As I was saying, you should run.
Not for sexual.
You should run as fast as you can from a man who's dressed up in a dress that wants to give you happiness.
Yeah, happy penis, isn't it? That's the one, isn't it? Look, in all honesty, it's much deeper than that.
Definitely.
Yeah, the whole education thing has been done so that people hide what they did to you.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a version of history that totally excludes how they got to that position where they're giving you the version of history.
Well, as I was speaking to Dougie, his story means one person's view of something. His story. You know, two people can see something, you know, and both of them are going to have a viewpoint on it. You see, so that's basically what his story means. And another thing is they give you letters, so you become a letter. You let things happen to you through the letters that they give you.
Yeah, well, you know what letters are. Letters are codes and programs that essentially have been designed to create a certain visualization in your mind. The fact is, if it's the reason why you hear your own voice, this is this class, the reason why you hear your own voice is so that you can hear the words, and with the words, you create the images in your mind. So when you're reading, you're always hearing your own voice inside your mind.
Yeah.
You may be silent, but the words are being pronounced inside your mind. Because you think in pictures. And you're visualizing everything that you're actually repeating back to yourself in words.
And the thing about it is the first key of the word is basically you have to agree with what somebody else has told you their value is on that word, you know, for it to have an effect. So the first thing of a word is, as a letter, is you're agreeing to somebody else's perception of reality.
I listened to a program the other day, and they said the English language, much more than the French and the Spanish, has up to 500,000 words. Yeah? So to study all of that and learn all of that, obviously it's going to take you a bit of time. But you're in a scenario where these people have got you to, this is the whole point of school, giving you the words, giving you the images, and giving you your emotional behavior when you hear that word.
So, but it's as is.
That's what it is. So they've been doing that all along, that lesson or what have you, to ensure that later on in life, when they're giving you the news, they're literally programming how you should feel about the story that they're just giving you.
I would say it's a programmable code. So basically, every time they give you a sound, they've programmed your response to the sound. So when they say shy or that, they've already programmed a response. So just like pressing a button, they can give you a word or a letter, and you'll react to that value that's been placed in that program.
That was the whole point of the education, to literally give you good mental instruction. So when they're actually speaking to you, you bend and shake and twirl according to what they say. So everyone's walking thinking, I'm normal. You're not normal.
Right.
You don't think for yourself, you think if someone else has requested you to think.
Right.
And when you use certain language, automatically the language you would use will determine what someone is instructing you to do.
Okay. Then. All right then. Listen, Edison, I want to just quickly give out your detail because someone's gonna phone in about 5 minutes time. So, give out your details if that's okay with you, please.
And Edison, I'll catch up with you. I'm gonna have to fly, but I'll catch up with you on Sunday. Yeah. So keep it going, man.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, oh no, we'll be getting into this.
Make sure you're there if you haven't been.
On Sunday.
Yeah, you haven't been to one of Edison's courses to go. Make sure you come down there. Yeah, give out your details, Edison, and keep it going.
Problem. Okay, I can be found on the website ancestralessence.com, where we have details about the course and the different oils that we use, in pertaining to what Dougie was saying about clearing our energy and everything like that. My email address, you can get me, is on edison@ancestralessence.com. Okay, you can catch me on my mobile number if you're interested in the course or to do what we call an ancestral reading or about the oils we do and you just want to find out more. The telephone number is 07497 088 138. Okay, I'll repeat that. 07497 088 138. And also you can catch me on Facebook either with my name, Edison Agbanji, or our page on Facebook, ancestralessence.com, where I've got about 70 odd articles with different things all pertaining to spirituality from the essence of your spirit in this reality.
Oh.
That's me, Dougie.
Okay then.
I'm looking forward to the 27th now. We're all going to start talking about that.
That's right. Yeah, we talked about earlier on. So, like now, we're going to start pushing that hard. Okay, then. So, listen, Edison, give thanks for the reasoning, yeah?
Yes, thanks, Dougie.
Thank you very much.
And we'll catch up soon. Take care.
Thank you very much. Okay, then.
Take care, Jammarsta.
Oh, take care, my brother. One love. Okay, then. So, that was the great man, Edison. He's got a wealth of information and knowledge, as you know. In about 4 minutes' time, we do have Simeon will be phoning and talking about yoga and some of the classes she does. Right? And she's phoning right now. Greetings.
Greetings. Hello, Dougie.
How you keeping? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Blessed.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear your lovely voice, my sister.
Thank you so much.
Okay then, fantastic. Okay then, we're gonna go straight to the chase, Simeon, because I know that you're one of the yoga master teachers, you know, and yes, and I know that you were doing a taster session at the Culture Center this Saturday coming. Yeah, I know you're looking forward to do. Yeah, but just give a little background, the kind of yoga you do, and what is yoga?
Okay, so answering your first question, I will be starting off the taster sessions with a concept that I've come up with, naming with the name of Roots Yoga Flow.
Yes.
The idea behind that is to connect us with our roots and culture
Mm.
and bring a sense of yoga that we can relate to as a people.
Mm.
So the idea is to bring in that roots aspect to the class
Mm-hmm.
and keep the class with the intention of flowing and moving more slowly and deliberately
Mm.
so that we can actually access the control of the breath and the life force
Mm-hmm.
and heal and become more meditative and calm and peaceful in our minds.
Mm.
So that's kind of the approach that I'm coming from.
Okay then. Okay then.
Yoga, of course, is a whole nother, a whole nother,
Cans of worms, yeah. Open up.
yeah, a whole nother blessed,
Sorry about the noise, man. They're getting a bit
this is
excited
a
in here.
massive topic basically,
Yeah.
but in a nutshell, I guess you could say um,
When you
that
want to play
yoga
the ad,
is
yeah, just press that one.
good. How can I put it in a nutshell? I'll put it in a
When you
nutshell
want to
for
play
you.
the ad, just
It's
do
an
it.
ancient form of exercise, really, that
Mhm.
focuses kind of on strength, flexibility, like I say, the breathing, and it will have the effect of boosting your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. So that's kind of a nutshell. The main components, what people are used to, are seeing like the postures,
Mm-hmm.
the movements that help to increase that strength and flexibility,
Mm-hmm.
and but then of course, like I was saying earlier, the breathing, which is connected with that life force and moving energy through the
Yeah,
body
yeah, incredible, yeah.
and creating that healing and just keeping the body in a healthy place.
Okay then.
I'm sure there's much more I can say. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
so many benefits.
So much benefit to it. And
Yeah.
what made you get into yoga then? Why how comes you go into yoga? Mm.
My background is in dance.
Okay.
Contemporary African contemporary dance.
Mm.
I was performing as a professional artist for many years with companies such as Irie Dance Theatre, Tabasleva Dance, and I still even now perform with some of the best companies here in the UK actually for the African Caribbean dance sector. And alongside my dance performing, I developed a yoga practice to help to counter the stress on the
Okay.
body and on my mind.
Okay then.
So it was a kind of antidote. And then I found out through going on further to study in Jamaica with the likes of Nisa Rahotep, who does many teacher trainings in Kemetic yoga. I discovered a whole another area of my own heritage, really, or our heritage as a people from the African diaspora. And then that just led me more into the philosophy and the well-being that I could gain from getting more into my roots, really.
Mm.
So that's where the whole concept of the roots again is
Coming from.
that place of passion.
Okay.
From more of a cultural identification, identity.
Mm. Okay then. And where do you do your classes? If people want to know more information or want to do classes, where do you do them?
Okay, well then, good news is, like you're saying, this Saturday, as part of it's not yours, it's part of the Black History Month. I know you're going to be there.
Yeah.
Black History Month Health and Wellness Being Day. I will be leading 2 taster sessions, one at 1 p.m. and one at 3 p.m. And so that will be at the West Indian Cultural Centre. I'm sure you're going to give more of the details about that.
Yes.
But I have also actually set up a new class of my own with the title of Roots Yoga Flow, and it's a weekly class. It's on a Wednesday, which is where I always seem to be seeing you these days, which is really nice. Right? At the Chestnuts Community Centre, which is number 280 St Anne's Road in Tottenham. So time for the class is 7:45 p.m. to 8:45 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a email address if people are interested to subscribe to the mailing list and get further information and updates about the class and other classes that I'll be due to start as well. So that's my own class, the Roots Yoga Flow, and that's what the taste will be on the Health and Wellbeing Day this Saturday coming. But I also teach, or will be starting to teach at Mind, the mental health charity. So it's interesting the conversation I was listening to you having this evening about mental health and all of those issues that are becoming quite a concern in the community.
Right.
So I'm actually going to be starting a mindfulness class on a Friday. So it won't be tomorrow, but it'll be next Friday. A weekly class from, well, actually, the time I think is 1:30 until 2:30, and it's Mind in Haringey, so it's the one near Finsbury Park.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Stapleton Hall Road.
Stapleton Hall Road. So that's focused around people's got what? Mental health challenges or just?
That's about mindfulness. So it's just an opportunity really to explore the different meditation practices.
Okay.
And find ways to cope more effectively with, those negative thoughts that you were speaking about earlier. And basically, all of the things that you were touching on in the conversation earlier, that it kind of sinks in. That's why I'm mentioning that. But there will also be a yoga flow, and I've just decided to make it a gentle yoga flow that will be also make it accessible to all levels and abilities, and have the same mindful type of approach to moving, so gentle, slow, and giving time to really use the breath and receive the benefits.
But something, Simone, just to run on what you're saying, and I watched something on a program. It's about some dude Japanese trying to look at their culture, whatever, right? And one of the things they do, right, it's quite interesting that every morning, right, young, old, they go out early in the morning time and they practice some little Tai Chi and some breathing and to start their day off, you know what I mean, right? And obviously, you look at this thing, I didn't know the benefit of yoga and meditation. It's only now, last, say the 5, 6, 7 years now, I see the benefit. But I mean, if we can start practice these things on a daily basis, our well-being, we'll be in a better place, because as we know that we're on a race, as soon as we get up in the morning time, we got to get this done, get this done, get this done. And we don't have no time to really breathe and think about ourselves, and, we don't balance things out. And we can understand why people just burn themselves out and get mashed up themselves, and, because mentally, you're just over the edge, you see what I'm saying? Then you're stressed out by...
So yoga actually helps with that developing patience and concentration to be able to focus without all the distractions of, social media or all of these electronic devices that kind of can drain and just keep people in this state of constant action, and rather than stillness and quietness. So that's the power of taking the time, where if you're finding it challenging to do that for yourself, taking the time to be guided and attend a class and be in a community setting that can be supportive and encouraging, and uplifting. That is the benefits of coming to, say, a class such as Roots Yoga Flow, for example, where we just, as a collective, we create a higher vibration that maintains people's, spirits, especially now coming into the winter and things like that. That sense of community and staying social and staying, active in a positive way.
Yes.
Taking time to slow down in a group setting and giving yourself permission to actually rest and see the value in relaxation the healing value of it, and not feel like we should always be doing something and always be rushing. So that is definitely the angle where I come from when it comes to a yoga practice
Okay then.
and a teaching setting, you know, and a group setting.
Okay then. Okay then. Well, listen. I'm going to take the liberty in the near future because I want you to talk about the whole thing about Roots Yoga. Cause I like that name there. You know, when we start our
Roots
weekly,
Yoga Flow.
yeah, when we start our health seminars, there it might be on a Sunday. We haven't really planned yet, but we definitely would like to get you involved to talk about that because that's something we want to encourage people to start to take on board now and start integrate as part of their well-being, part of their lifestyle, so to speak. You know, yeah.
That would be wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, my sister, I don't know if you got an email address you want people to, or Facebook people can contact you or anything like that?
I'm going to set up a Instagram page, but at the moment I'm not really the social media person, but
Okay.
it will happen. So there's an email address, and I do send out regular newsletters via that. So if people want to subscribe, they can just send me an email to Simone, SIMONE, Roots, ROOTS, Yoga, YOGA. So one whole word, Simone Roots Yoga, at gmail.com.
Okay, then, fantastic.
Otherwise, you can also just check in with Chestnuts Community Centre, and they will have the information for the class I'm teaching there, and can maybe connect you to myself as well.
Okay, then. And just to be clear, that Roots Yoga Flow weekly class at the Chestnut Community Centre, that's every Wednesday, and that's from 7:45 to 8:45,
That's right.
right?
So
So,
that's ongoing, and new
ongoing.
classes will be starting. One at the vegan, All Nations Vegan House.
oh, you was telling me
Brisbane.
about that. It's a very nice place.
Yeah. So there's really nice ITIL healthy food.
So when do you do that? When that gonna
available there.
when is that gonna be?
That's ready to start, but that's just up to myself to actually give her the green light and the heads up that I'm going to start it up. So
What day would that be?
I'm wanting it to be on a Saturday or Sunday morning,
Okay then.
but I'm going to check in with people just in general and see what kind of day sounds like a good day for people in general.
Okay, so it'll be a weekend, yeah.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm coming from at the moment.
Okay
But
then. So you still
I need to find out what people are
People
saying,
are doing.
what people think about it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh.
So we,
Thank you for your support. It's really appreciated.
okay then. So again, we had the beautiful Simone on the line, just talking about the Roots Yoga Flow. What a beautiful name, you know. In fact, I've got a CD I want to play. Well,
Yes, please, I beg you. That CD
resonated with you, you know.
It really did, and
we're
that'd be
definitely
ideal.
gonna.
You can even play that just so I can hear it again. I would be so
No,
grateful.
I'm gonna play it right now. That's what I'm saying.
Amazing.
You know, my
Yes.
roots, my African roots. So I'm gonna play that for our beautiful sister. So Simone,
Thank you.
I'm gonna see you Saturday, right?
It's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to it. Really excited about that, and it's just going to be a pleasure. I hope people are going to be able to come out and attend.
Yes.
Get a taster for the
Yes.
Roots Yoga as well, and all the other amazing speakers and things that are happening on the day. It's like a really great day, really positive one.
Very positive day. It's gonna be very positive. So I'm just trying to line up this damn CD here. It's not playing this machine here, so I'm gonna put in this one here.
It's nice and old school. I like it.
Oi, oi.
My kind of style.
Absolutely.
Definitely a roots.
Oh.
A roots man right there.
Okay.
Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie. My roots.
You hear it?
My roots. My roots. I can't forget my roots. My African
My
roots.
African roots.
My Ethiopian roots.
I'll play it
My
again.
roots. My roots, my roots, my roots. I can't forget my roots, my African roots, my Ethiopian roots. My roots keep me strong. My roots keep me holding on. My roots prevent me from getting thin, and my roots is where my life begins. My roots is my identity. My roots is what's keeping me. My roots are never dry. My root is my reason why. My roots can never be washed away. My roots is always here to stay. And my roots is not meant to be combed. And my roots tell me I found my home. My roots is where I belong. My roots identify what's wrong. My roots is my only weapon. My roots keep me holding on. My roots keep me growing without me even knowing. My roots is what's in my heart. My roots ain't no poison dart. My roots let me say what I mean, and my roots let me mean what I say. My roots keep me growing strong, and I admire what it's showing. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Greetings in the name of the Most High. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy. And Jah shine his light on me. Say, I rebuke all of the hatred, and I rebuke all of the greed. I rebuke all negativity, and Jah shine his light on me. Just call me your friend. I'm a camel in the desert. I'm a lion in the field. I'm of the tribe of Judah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a peacemaker. I'm of justly character. I'm like as a dove, come to unite all with love. I'm a precious stone. I'm a precious gem. You can call me Jacint. You can call me your friend. Where there's love, you will find me. Where there's hate, don't remind me, because the tribe of Judah now resides in me. And I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy. And Jah shine his light on me. Say, I rebuke all of the hatred. I rebuke all of the greed. Say, I rebuke all negativity. And Jah shine his light on me, yeah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a Nazarite for thee. My roots, my roots, my roots. I can't forget my roots, my African roots, my Ethiopian roots. My roots keep me strong. My roots keep me holding on. My roots prevent me from getting thin, and my roots is where my life begins. My roots is my identity. My roots is what's keeping me. My roots are never dry. My root is my reason why. My roots can never be washed away. My roots is always here to stay. And my roots is not meant to be combed. And my roots tell me I found my home. My roots is where I belong. My roots identify what's wrong. My roots is my only weapon. My roots keep me holding on. My roots keep me growing without me even knowing. My roots is what's in my heart. My roots ain't no poison dart. My roots let me say what I mean, and my roots let me mean what I say. My roots keep me growing strong, and I admire what it's showing. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the
Okay, we got another caller live here. Is it Dermot?
You Dermot, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Now we can hear you clear. Dermot, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, sir.
All right, then, fantastic. All right, then. So, Dermot, I want to go straight to the chase because I've been talking a lot about you, and I know you got a book called the Ghost Within, right? And I know you talked last week a little about yourself and about the book launch will take place in in December. So, just give a little background about yourself, Dermot, and why is it, you feel that you have to write this book here? I know you've written quite a few books, but why this particular book, The Ghost Within?
Well, The Ghost Within, I was in church for the past 27 years, and I realised that something was wrong. Something wrong with the way we believe in the spirit and the inner man. I realised that the inner man has a quality the spirit does not have. Now, the quality that the spirit does not have is this. Quality spirit does not have is this. Quality has a dual personality, good and evil, as I explained the last time. The good in the spirit is this. You could be talking to a friend and something would say to you, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. That's the good. Or you could be talking to a friend. You walk up to a friend, you talk to them, you say, I shouldn't tell you this, but... So that's the dual personality. The good will tell you I shouldn't tell you this, but will tell you the bad in it will tell you but. So that's the dual personality. Now, being in the church for years and understanding the way spirit would move in some people, you would think that they would always be holy. And they say that they got the Holy Ghost. So if you have the Holy Ghost, if God dwells within you, how can you do bad things? You see what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I wrote the book. Now, I've got a book called Liberators out as well. And the reason why I wrote that book was because of the state that black people are in. I find that black people are in a state whereas we've lost our togetherness as we did have in the 70s. In the 70s, there was no such thing as people dying on the streets daily and stuff like that. There was no such thing as in the 70s. But I find that since the 90s, there's been an uprising deaths in the black communities.
Okay.
Togetherness.
Okay then. It's quite interesting because after talking with you for over a period of time, I get to understand that you're very educated, but you're very informed, but know that you do a lot of research, and I'm quite fascinated. The more I have conversation with you, the more insight I have with you, and you have a deep concern in terms of helping our people, helping our community in terms of come out this kind of bondage. Because one of the things, and this, you're talking about your experience, because you said that you was into the church and you find the church was very more of a prisoner to you. You know what I mean? The darkness, you know what I mean, right? And thing, and it's quite interesting you're able to reveal that now and get to understand that yes, the ghost was within. You know, and the things that we're not going to throw stones at people into churches or preachers and so on, so on, so. But the reality is, or the truth is, as I see it, that it does prison us. It prisons our beliefs. It prisons the way we move forward. And as the brother said, he was a prisoner to this, right? It's got its advantage, got its good points, everything. But at the same time, it has this negative impact as we. In fact, it brings us back to some point, you know. Yeah, we can't argue with that. It brings us back to some point, you know. Go on.
I'll tell you the experience I had with my inner man.
Yeah.
One day in 1981, 6 of us were around a friend's house. His cousin came down from rugby and knocked on the door. And he opened the door and he came in. We laughed, we joked, talked for a little while because his cousin was going to a party. On leaving, his cousin left something behind. Now, I don't want to say it on the radio what he left behind, but you will gather what he left behind.
Yeah.
I said to myself, well, you know something? How could he come from rugby and leave something behind like that? Not give it to anybody. I was perplexed. For 3 hours, I went on about it. Something's wrong. My inner man was telling me that something's wrong. Not because it wasn't my spirit that was telling me. It was my inner man that was telling me something was wrong. So in the morning, on the 19th of February, my friend came around my house. Guess what? So I said to him, such and such is dead.
What?
He died. Such and such is dead. And he said, how did you know? I said, I just woke up. You know what I mean? I just woke up and I knew that he was dead because my inner man was telling me the night before that something was wrong. So when he said, guess what? Such and such is, and I said such and such is dead, it was the truth. He died. Now, how he died was in the New Cross fire. Remember the New Cross fire in 1981?
Yeah. They're talking about the other day. Yeah.
February 1981. Yeah, so he died in the New Cross fire. That was my inner man. It wasn't intuition, because intuition is understanding the ability, but not consciously able to reason it out. But I had reasoned it out the night before. You see what I'm saying? That's how your inner man works with you. And it pops in and out of your life, you know what I mean? It's a direct connection with the creator. See what I'm saying?
Whoa, that's amazing.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing.
All through your life, this follows you. You might have a different experience with the inner man. For instance, you would get off a train, the wrong stop, and you would see somebody you ain't seen in 20, 30 years. You know, that's the connection between the inner man. That's the realization of the inner man working with you.
Yeah.
Inner man, or I should say, inner man or woman, inner woman.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, tell me something. Let people know a bit more about the book launch was going to take place in December, my brother.
Well, the book launch take place on December the 7th at the Chestnut Community Centre, 280 St. Anne's Road.
Yeah.
And it starts at 7 o'clock and it ends at 9:45. And Minty will be the guest speaker. Minty will be the guest speaker.
Yeah.
And I will launch my book. And while launching my book, I will also teach how to write a book. I will spend a little bit of time launching the book and teach on how to write a book.
Okay then. That's interesting. With
food there and drinks, everything like that.
Okay then. And there will be 1 or 2 stalls be there so people can patronize the stalls them. So it's a family occasion, and we encourage people to come out, and obviously it's a book launch, so we encourage people to make sure we buy the brother book and support the event and support the brother. You know, it's the most important thing. And yeah. And what's gonna happen over the next few weeks? The brother will be phoning in, or he might even come down here. I'm trying to get him to come down, and we talk a bit more about the launch and about himself, and introduce him to the public, you know, because this brother has a beautiful spirit, a beautiful talent, you know, and as I said before, this guy has a wealth of information and knowledge he wants to share, and the man say he want to help people to write a book as well, you know, 'cause everybody's got a story to tell.
Everybody's got a story to tell.
Yeah.
You got a story to tell.
Definitely. My brother, let people know about the other book. You got a book called Liberator.
Liberators,
Yeah.
Liberators. Was, I phoned the radio station RJR 30 years ago. Now Liberators is 30 years in the future. It's set in 2030. But 30 years ago, I had phoned RJR and spoke to Emily Cooks. I don't think anybody knew her as Emily Cooks at that time.
We're talking about HR in Jamaica.
Poem over the radio.
Where's it, in Jamaica?
Yeah, in Jamaica.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I don't know if I've got time to read it. Have I got time to read it?
Yeah, how long's going to be?
About 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's no problem, man. Read it, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Alright, the poem went like this. Ashanti paused and took a deep breath and started to recite from her mind what had been said. You deny one race the opportunity to progress. Then you beat your chest and said, I jest. So you've taken our story and you've called it his story.
Yeah.
You've drawn the main character of a truth from our ancestors. Ashanti paused and continued as if to put more emphasis on the words. So you gave us your gods, not with love, but with whips that drew blood. Then we looked into your eyes and saw no compassion, and turned to your gods for help and satisfaction. We were sold in that belief, yet we found no relief. And the wheels continued to turn downhill. Our heavenly children jumped on board and swallowed the bitter pill. Ashanti again paused, as if to catch words from thin air. Then you said, on no degree of annihilation will destroy this our precious nation. Then you went on to say the most profound statement. So look around you, for your ancestors have found you. So I read that as well. And when I was speaking to her, because the debate was about Christianity, and so I had something to say. I don't know why, but I felt so strongly about it. And even though I was going to church at the time, I still felt so strongly about how we've been treated. Because, remember, in 1611, the King James Version was brought about. And in 1833, slavery ended in England. There was a reason why in 1633 was brought, in 1611 it was brought about. That's the Bible, the King James Version.
Yeah. But it's interesting to talk about Jamaica because I know that in what the place called now Mandeville, right? In Mandeville, there's a whole heap of Seventh-day Adventist churches in Mandeville, right? In fact, I'm surprised. Whole heap of churches. In fact, in Jamaica and Kingston, right? You know, Sunday, you feel say if a ghost are walking the place there because Sundays are quiet. And it's on the place so, and the people so wicked and terrible, right?
In the Guinness Book of Records, for the most churches in the smallest amount of area.
Yeah.
Guinness Book of Records. Look at that.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know? And the Sunday, it's like a ghost on the place there. About 10 the truth. Everybody holy on a Sunday. But we see Monday come. People ready to take out them gun anyway.
even the man who got the rumba.
Boy, I don't understand that place at. But no, it's just interesting about that, you know. But you see, the whole thing about religion, the churches, and what's that? We, you know, we need to have a proper, mature conversation and turn it on his head. And again, we're not trying to judge anybody. We want people to start to question.
No.
Yeah, and that stuff there. So I'm glad. Anyway, I'm glad to say up the phone. So, brother, give us your email address. If you have a website, anything, please.
Yeah, my email address is demopoet2 at mail.com.
Say it one more time, please.
Demo, D-E-M-O, poet, P-O-E-T, 2 at gmail.com.
Okay, then. So, listen, Dermot, give thanks for your contribution.
Thank
right?
you very much, sir.
Yeah. And I'll be speaking to you very soon again. But none but love we have for you, brother. None but love. And you know you're part of the family all the way. All the way.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a great show.
Give thanks, my brother. Give thanks.
Thank you.
All right, then. My beautiful brother who's have a beautiful spirit, Dermot. And he's got a book out, The Ghost Within. Right? And I tell you, man, I love this brother, you know. Dermot. I don't know what it is, man. He's so much insightful. You know, he's got so much in-depth of information and knowledge. You know? And I'm just eager to work with him. Okay, then we got... Well, I don't know what I'm doing because I know we got a couple people phoning in. We got Margaret be phoning in a second. We have Lyndon be talking about diabetes, and the event was taking place on Sunday. Don't talk Sunday, Saturday. You know? So let me just play this.
Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of
Special
Lords.
request to
Conquering lion of
Sister
the tribe
Seymour.
of Judah. I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy. And just shine his light on me. Say, I rebuke all of the hatred. And I rebuke all of the greed. I rebuke all negativity. And just shine his light on me. Just call me your friend. I'm a camel in the desert. I'm a lion in the field. I'm of the tribe of Judah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a peacemaker. I'm of justly character. I'm like as a dove, come to unite all with love. I'm a precious stone. I'm a precious gem. You can call me Jacint. You can call me your friend. Where there's love, you will find me. Where there's hate, don't remind me, because the tribe of Judah now resides in me. And I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy. And just shine his light on me. Say, I rebuke all of the hatred. I rebuke all of the greed. Say, I rebuke all negativity, and just shine his light on me, yeah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a Nazarite for thee. My roots, my roots, my roots. I can't forget my roots. My
Margaret?
African roots.
Margaret? Oh, sorry. Margaret? Oh, sorry, Margaret, it's my fault. Hold on, Margaret. Okay, then. Sister Margaret, how are you keeping?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right. Well, Margaret, I want to go straight into the chase because I know you have an event coming up in October.
Yes.
Right, and I'm quite fascinated about this event. And the event's about how they groom our young people in a minute.
That's correct, yes.
You know, what you share me over the phone is something, you know, we want people to know about, especially the parents them, and and people like myself, because where these people operate now, it's like you watch a movie. It's like you see something in a movie and thing. But two things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the event and this thing about grooming. See? And also I have my brethren inside the studio here, Albert, and they probably and they want to probably ask some questions as well. So let people know about this the event and this thing about the grooming and what am I do.
Okay. just let the parent know what they with their children, because I'm very passionate about prevention, so we can train the parent, let the parent know what's happening. For example, some of them are not aware that their children being groomed
Sorry,
at school.
Margaret, just 1 second, because for some reason, no, it's just that the phone is not coming clear for some reason. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna phone on another phone and just see what happens. Just bear me a second, Margaret. Yeah.
Greetings in the name of the Most High. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy. And Jah shine his light on me. Say, I rebuke all of the hatred. And I rebuke all of the greed. I rebuke all negativity. And Jah shine his light on me. Just call me your friend. I'm a camel in the desert. I'm a lion in the field. I'm of the tribe of Judah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a peacemaker. I'm of justly character. I'm like as a dove, come to unite all with love. I'm a precious stone. I'm a precious gem. You can call me Jacint. You can call me your friend. Where there's love, you will find me. Where there's hate, don't remind me, because the tribe of
Margaret? Margaret? Okay, no, we're not getting through on this phone yet. On this phone here. Margaret? Margaret, can you hear me? No, it's not. Okay then.
my roots, my roots, my roots. I can't forget my roots, my African roots, my Ethiopian roots. My roots keep me strong. My roots keep me holding on. My roots prevent me from getting thin. And my roots is where my life begins. My roots is my identity. My roots is what's keeping me. My roots are never dry. My root is my reason why. My roots can...
Okay, Margaret, you're a lot more clearer now, you know. Okay, fantastic. Margaret, you have to start all over again now, yeah?
That's okay. I'm all right.
I want everybody to catch everything what you're saying. All right then. So Margaret, start over again, please. In terms of the no thing about the grooming and the event, yeah.
Okay. The reason we're putting the event is that I work with long parents and 50 plus, and we find out a lot of the long parents are not aware actually what's happening with their children on the way to school and on the way home. For example, some of them are not aware in terms of
She's got hands free.
the kind of that they use for grooming for young people. For example, some of the young they would just basically buying them chips, things like small things like chips, or telling them hold the phone for us, and they get the young person involved that way. And a lot of parents don't know, and the next thing is the child is put on say, oh, you buy you this, or you're my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. And that's for me. The reason I'm actually putting this is it happened to me. Because my younger son was about 14, 15 when he was groomed, and I didn't know nothing at all. I didn't know nothing at all until one day the police called me. Like, I thought police were going
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Like there, and then realize what is happening to him.
Mm.
You know.
So tell me something. Still a bit of muffling on your. Are your hands free or where about? Are your hands? Yeah.
No, no, no. I'm on the handset.
It sounds clearer now, like speaking to you, but it's just a bit muffling, so it's a bit hard to pick you up.
Okay.
So tell me something. The event is taking place where?
The event is taking place on Wednesday, the 24th of October, and it's at the community house, the venue, the community house, 311 4th Street, Edmonton, N9 OP3.
Mm.
We are going to have some really amazing guest speakers. We're going to have teachers that are working with young people. And also another thing I find out is quite a lot of the young parents or some of the families don't know when their children get into trouble at school or they're not attending a school and they don't know how to communicate or to go to the school to find out what's happening, you know. So there's going to be somebody coming from the school to speak to the parent and give them steps and tools that they can use. We're going to have a lady who's gone through a lot, who lost her son, and now she's doing an amazing, amazing work with young girls in gangs, and which another thing they don't talk about. You know, the young girls in gang, they don't talk about that, and there's a lot happening to them. So she's going to come and share in her story, and yeah, so we've got quite a packed day.
Okay. So, what's the purpose of the even though you're Spain, but what would be the main purpose? We look at the chief from, from the meetings and so forth.
What I'm looking to achieve is that want to empower the parents
Okay.
and to give them practical steps to look at, like signs, to monitor their children, to check on their children, to speak to their children. That's what we're looking for. And we're looking that when the workshop is finished, they'll have information if they need help, where to go to. I didn't have that. I didn't have that at all. I didn't know anywhere, and I didn't know where to go for help. And also I feel very strongly if we can get the parents to be aware more of what's happening at home, they may be able to reduce what's happening in the street with our children.
Yeah, but and at the same time, we have to see how we can get the school more involved as well. Because there should be some educational classes in school where the school bring the parents in and have a more discussion, in the schools.
It should be so, but I'm not sure if they are having this kind of conversation that we are going to have.
Okay then. Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Okay then. Well, don't forget you understand the system more than I do. So, Okay then. I know we have Albert, you want to ask a question? Step up. You want to ask a question, brother?
Could you give? Can you hear me, Margaret?
Yes, I could hear you.
Could you give us some examples of this grooming what we're talking about with Brother Dougie and what you hope to achieve regarding the parents and how we should interact?
Okay, the main aim is to early intervention, and I find that's not happening at the moment. That's one of the major ones. I think the parents need support.
Yeah.
And the parent needs to know where to go if their children are having problems. That's one of them. And the next thing as well is also the parent to be aware what's happening out there with their children, because particularly at secondary school, because you're no longer walking them to school.
Exactly, and they've got their mobile phones, Margaret, as well. So
this is it. So it's just making them aware. The parent, it's almost like awareness day for them.
But Margaret, I'd like to go back to a word you used, which is underrated extremely. The word intervention. In order for that to work, we, regardless of race, regardless of color, if you've got a problem, we have to get together. And I can understand what you're saying about intervention. You want it to work, but I can also feel that the people around you do not understand or overstand the actual meaning of intervention. It's to make sure these things don't happen. It's not to sit back and wait for them to happen. So that was my point on I could overs of what you're saying about intervention, and people don't utilize this tool that we have. Prevention is better than cure, i.e. intervention.
No, I agree with you. But a lot of parents, that's the whole thing about this workshop. A lot of parents are not aware of it. And I feel very strongly, if the parents are aware of it, this early intervention, the parents are empowered and inspired and know exactly what to do. And I think we will see this problem with our young people will reduce gradually and gradually and gradually.
Yeah, what I found, Margaret, is that the young people look at us for guidelines and where to go. And sometimes we're too busy with work and jobs and this and that. Yet the child is growing up in an environment what we need to intercede and protect them from. Like you said, the word intervention. We need to do that before they reach 16, 17, 18, before they go to prison, before they get killed or they kill somebody. We need that. You know? But any information you can give out, like any contact details you can give out once again.
Yes, they can. This is our telephone number.
Yeah.
They can call me on 07469
Yeah.
181
Yeah.
634.
Yeah.
Or they can go onto our website, www.hnrtrainingprofessional.co.uk. And the venue is at the Community House, 311 4th Street, Edmonton, N9, OPZ.
Any landmarks that could be familiar to us if we're going along there?
Yes, just before they get to the Edmonton Police Station, just before they get to Asda.
All right then.
I'm going the opposite direction.
I'm going to pass you back on to Dougie. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, my name's Stepper Margaret. I wish you all the best. And intervention is a very good word.
Okay then. So listen, Sister Margaret, because I mean, this is a great initiative, and we're gonna encourage you to, phone in and let people know about this. And I know you're starting the workshop at in Edmonton. Are you gonna spread it all over, or roll it out different boroughs or different, say in Haringey?
We would love to. What we find so far, I mean, this one is a pilot scheme, so it's running under our company. What we find that there is a lot of funding for young people, but there is nothing to train the parent, to inspire the parent, to give information to the parent, and to be aware of what's happening. So there's nothing like that at all.
But son, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This is what's happening. There's nothing for parents. Because I've gone through it. If there was such a workshop like this, I would have turned out. Because there was nothing. I didn't know who to ask. I didn't know where to go. So yeah. So hopefully, if it goes really well with this, we will definitely love to have one in Haringey, not just Enfield.
Right. And obviously bring it to bring it all over, so spread the word. Okay then. So I'm gonna ask you again. Give out your details again. So, and obviously let people know about the information what's taking place on the 24th. But from time to time, we definitely want to encourage you to phone in and let people know exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, I'd love to. I'd love to. I mean, I'll repeat our telephone number because it's a lot easier for them to get to us. The telephone number again is 07469 181 634. And our website is veterinartrainingprofessional.co.uk.
Okay, then fantastic. And Margaret, I'm going to see you Saturday.
Definitely.
Yeah, at the West Indian Cultural Centre. In fact, I better mention that event. Yeah. And we're definitely going to be speaking and trying to get as many people to come to the event on the 24th. Yep.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Margaret.
Okay then.
Bye.
All right. So we have Stepper Razor right beside me.
Have a vlog.
Have a vlog?
Yeah, or you know, with all the young people who's been through all the experience, because remember, the young people nowadays, they're very visual.
It's true.
You know what I mean? They're very visual and audio. They can't, not in a bad way, I don't mean it badly, but they need that spark. So visually, if they see somebody talking about it, it might trigger something, rather than, you know, the difference between somebody giving you a pamphlet and watching a film. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay then. So
I rebuke
got three
all
going on
of
the
the
list. Aunty G inside the
envy
house.
and just shine his
Let's Aunty
light
G.
on me. Say I rebuke all of the hatred and
So
I
this is the show
rebuke
after the show.
all of the greed. I rebuke all negativity and just shine his light on me. Just call me your friend. I'm a camel in the desert. I'm a lion in the field. I'm of the tribe of Judah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a peacemaker. I'm of justly character. I'm like as a dove, come to unite all with love. I rebuke all of the greed. Say I rebuke all negativity and just shine. Greetings in the name of the Most High. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Selassie is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy and just shine his light on me. Say I rebuke all of the hatred and I rebuke all of the greed. I rebuke all negativity and just shine his light on me. Just call me your friend. I'm a camel in the desert. I'm a lion in the field. I'm of the tribe of Judah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a peacemaker. I'm of justly character. I'm like as a dove, come to unite all with love. I'm a precious stone. I'm a precious gem. You can call me Jacint. You can call me your friend. Where there's love, you will find me. Where there's hate, don't remind me, because the tribe of Judah now resides in me. And I rebuke all negativity. I rebuke all animosity. I rebuke all of the envy and just shine his light on me. Say I rebuke all of the hatred. I rebuke all of the greed. Say I rebuke all negativity and just shine his light on me, yeah. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a Nazarite for thee. I'm a Nazarite for thee. My roots, my roots, my roots. I can't forget my roots. My African roots, my Ethiopian roots. My roots keep me strong. My roots keep me holding on. My roots prevent me from getting thin. And my roots is where my life begins. My roots is my identity. My roots is what's keeping me. My roots are never dry. My roots is my reason why. My roots can never be washed away. My roots is always here to stay. And my roots is not meant to be combed. And my roots tell me I found my home. My roots is where I belong. My roots identify what's wrong. My roots is my only weapon. My roots keep me holding on. My roots keep me growing without me even knowing. My roots is what's in my heart. My roots ain't no poison dart. My roots let me say what I mean, and my roots let me mean what I say. My roots keep me growing strong, and I admire what it's showing. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. My roots give me strength, so I'm no longer bent. Selassie, Jah.
Okay then. So again, we have Aunty Jane inside the house, and we had a call from Sister Margaret, and she's doing a workshop where she's encouraging the parents to talk about how they're grooming the children right? And the reason why she and this workshop, because she's had experience with her child was groom and peddling all kind of stuff and do kind of crazy things, and by the grace of God, the child has turned himself around now, and she said to me, Dougie, she went through so much stress. She cried, she prayed, and she went through a lot of stuff, and she just feel that she needs to have these workshops, and you come to speakers and talk about how, these people. I don't know what to call these people. I don't want to call them. I don't want to say the word really, because, but nasty people them, who pick on innocent children them, And you know what they do, Auntie Jane? They, they buy them lunch, school lunch and everything, and then they'll give them some money, and say, no, you can keep that. And then what they do, get them to start peddling in some little drugs, and then they get them to get robbed, right? And then with that now, they have them for life now.
They're indebted to them.
They're indebted to them.
Yeah.
And this how they do their thing, you see what I'm saying? So, and she the mother said she went through a lot. And she as a mother, she went through a lot. She understands certain mothers went through certain stuff as well. And, and she's determined to get this message out there and to break the cycle. She's
really good.
Yeah.
I should get her to come down and do a talk at the African Culture Market.
Yeah, that'd be good,
Spread the word.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Get her details. And
got someone I know good, Give her details after this, because she wants to go down.
She wants to let the word out, and she has to really, because there's no point sitting down on it and moping. You have to be getting up and making sure that you not only try to protect your child, you try to protect other children too.
Definitely.
Coming up, because it's a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. So I mean, and she's a good friend of mine, but she's showing me that,
it could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
she
said she went through some stuff.
Wow.
She thought that she would never.
Come out of it.
Yeah, but she said she cried, she cried. So that, and when she looked on her boy, and her boy's a good boy, but at the same time.
But you just got. As I said, fell into the wrong hands,
the wrong hands and stuff, man. But she said that, by the praise of God, he's just come right down, and she said that the greatest moment that it was her birthday, right? And a boy surprised her, took her out for took her out for a meal and all that stuff there. And the funny thing is, I've seen her boy, a nice boy, yeah, sensible. You feel some kind of step on her hand, you know what I mean? But she goes that,
So how long did the crisis
must happen a few years well.
A few years well.
Wow. A few years well. I met him a couple of years ago. She was doing something at an event and he was filming that stuff there. And I mean him just, nice young youth still, but and obviously got caught up in, like I said, this thing a few years ago, and but obviously I wouldn't know. But she told me,
But she's lucky that. And he's lucky that he's come out the other end.
He's come out the other end, yeah.
because a lot of them don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They don't reach the other side.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So even though it's a hard story, it's a good story.
It's a good story, yeah.
And it's a story that can help other parents and youths coming up.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay then. So Aunty Jean, we have what's coming up? I know you got a major event. What's coming up?
Yes, the Three Heavyweight Kings. Yes, Aunty Jean's African Culture Market. Got the Three Heavyweight Kings coming up on the 21st of October, which is a Sunday, and that is between 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. The African Culture Market is not just a market. As you said, we got the three Heavyweight Kings going to do a presentation. We have King Tony Warner, we have King Andrew Muhammad, and also we have King Robin Walker. And everybody should come and be entertained by three of the best inspirational teachers in their field of our story. And that's our history, our own history, told to us by us, not told to us by, you know, the people who like to put themselves up as the martyrs of the world. So come and hear the truth, in other words, how it really is. This is going to take place at the Leshoff Auditorium, which is University Lewisham Hospital. And that's at Lewisham High Street, SE13 6LH. Also, we have on the day, I'll be doing the libation.
Are you doing libation?
Yeah.
You done libation before?
Yeah.
Done before? Okay.
Not very well. But because Nana Chief Amlak, who usually does a libation and gives a good, word to us and from the ancestors also. I can't do it as well as he can, but I just pour the little bit of water and say a few things and get a few people to say a few things. But yeah, it's just a little libation that I do because I believe that every event or every market should start with a libation to give thanks and, you know, call on our ancestors to come and help and bring in the people and bring in, you know, information that can be shared to those who need it. Also, we have the drumming lessons. Russ Prince does the drumming lessons. It's an hour long. It's free for children. Usually, it should be about £5 for the adults also. But I've seen the adults; they don't pay either. They just get away with it too. So come and get some drumming lessons also, as well as be entertained by, because we got Burning Poet and Wadada, the saxophonist. They'll be doing a piece also at the African Culture Market on Sunday the 21st. Also, we have Brother Sola Story, which is the African storyteller. Yes. He's going to be doing a piece also. We also have a young brother called Wisdom going to be doing some poetry and a bit of spoken word. And also we have a short presentation from Sister Shanice. She'll be freshly back from the trip from Zimbabwe. That's where she's at the moment. So she'll be doing,
so that's this Sunday.
That's the same Sunday,
same
the 21st. Yeah,
okay,
the same Sunday, the 21st. So those who I've mentioned, I've got like short excerpts because the main event is the returning three heavyweight kings, and each one of them are going to be taking a section of history, whether it be yesterday's history or centuries history. We're going to be hearing, you know, bit of our history. And I believe that Andrew Muhammad is going to also touch on the Black Panther. He's going to incorporate that into his presentation. And Robin Walker mentioned that he was going to do a touch on probably sport. So, because as I said, we haven't had sport presentation in our days from the history come right up to now. So that should be very, very interesting. Tony Warner said he was going to do a talk on, was it yesterday? Was it with the war? Was it about on the war? I can't remember. As he said, he mentioned that. But anyway, come, don't listen to me. Come and hear for yourselves from the three heavyweight kings themselves. And that's going to be on Sunday, the 21st of October. and that is going to be at the Lessoff Auditorium, Lewisham Hospital. There is a few stalls left, and they are going fast, as they've got another week. So give me a call if you want to stall. Yeah, I made a rhyme. 07961 886032. I shall repeat, 07961 886032. So as I say, come ones, come all.
Okay then, because what's happening now that I think Brother Lyndon's gonna phone in now for about 5 minutes. I just talk briefly about the event was taking place at the West Indian Cultural Centre. If he hasn't phoned in now, he has to phone a little bit later on, because I know that he said he's traveling, and he's phoning in. Oh, we've got him right now. Lyndon's a very punctual person. Lyndon?
Good evening, Brother Dougie.
Lyndon, you're very punctual. Lyndon, you know something? Every time you say you're gonna do something, you always does it.
He's on it.
You're always on it. I never know a man who's just like you remind me a little bit like me, you know, like a clockwork, you know what I mean? You know? Always seem to be on it. And you know something, right? This, I don't want to spend too much time, because I don't have much time for you to talk about. This guy said to me, he looked at me, he laughed, he goes to me, you're like a clockwork. Because every time I was to meet him, always meet him at 1 o'clock.
Oh, that is it, yeah.
Yeah, but he guarantee 5 to 1, you'll see me come around the corner.
Wow.
Right, see me.
On time.
Oh, yeah.
Clockwork.
He says I'm like a clockwork, but brilliant. And Lyndon's like, hey, Lyndon, we don't want to talk about that, no. We want to talk about the event what's taking place on Saturday, creeping up on us. So, what you be talking about?
I'll be talking about whatever you want me to talk about, Dougie, you know?
All right. Well, we know it's the diabetes, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're the man, Dougie. You're the man.
All right, then. But listen.
You're the guy who's got the show. You've got the venue. You've got the event that's happening. So you're guiding us to what you want us to share with your community.
All right.
As it grows.
All right.
Get the message over to what they need to hear.
All right. All right. So, well, I tell you what would be wise then. Just talk a little bit about the book, and where we get the book from, the diabetes book there, yeah?
Okay, for the listeners who don't know who I am, my name is Lyndon Wissart. I was diagnosed type 2 diabetes. My blood sugars was 15.9 when it's supposed to be 5. My HbA1c was 92 when it was supposed to be 42. And within 105 days, I reversed it without medication. I done it naturally. And what I'll be doing on Saturday, I'll be talking about my journey, my story, and talking about the symptoms, what people will have, may have, they don't know that they have. But these are the things that I had, all the symptoms of type 2 diabetes. And what I'm going to be going into details of what products, what ingredients they can use to reduce their diabetes in the period of time that they choose. I'm laying down the foundation of what to do, how to do, and what I'm going to be doing is giving people an action plan to leave with, to go away and do something to get started. So that's what it's all about.
Right. And where can one get your book from as well?
Saturday they can get my book at your event, Dougie. Where else?
Where else? Absolutely.
And it's going to be discounted as well for you, definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
fantastic.
But otherwise, if they're not able to make it on Saturday for any reason, they can get my book on my website, theinspireddiabetic.com. They could also find me on Instagram, Facebook, at L Wissart. Wissart is spelled W-I-S-S for sugar, A-R-T. L Wissart.
But Tim, you have a YouTube channel as well, innit? Let people know about your YouTube channel, man.
Yeah, it's Lyndon Wissart. Lyndon, L-Y-N-D-O-N. Wissart, like I said, W-I-S-S-A-R-T. Lyndon Wissart's YouTube channel. And what you're gonna find some speeches from me, or videos about health and well-being, and about my journey, my story. My story is about me, Dougie, for the simple fact that there are people out there who's got diabetes, like I had it, and they want someone to help and support them and guide them in the right direction, and to believe in them. And with your help and your support, Dougie, I'm going to platform that you have was a brilliant platform for giving people like myself the freedom to express ourselves, to help other people. And I really do appreciate it. So Dougie, you're doing an excellent job. We appreciate you. We love you, man. And thank you very much for your support.
Well, thank you, people like yourself. There's people like Errol I've been speaking to quite. I spoke to Errol today. In fact, we had a very positive conversation. You know, so we're moving in the right direction. You know, and we're trying to build a team and move forward. And we're working with people like Aunty Jean as well. You know, and just forging and just moving in the right direction. It's not the easy path, but I mean, if the right people, we're moving. You know, we're moving. Definitely moving, and so forth. See, okay then. So I just let people know that Lyndon will be at the event. Was taking place Saturday, the 30th of October, at the West Indian Cultural Centre. That's 9 Clarendon Road, and that's Hornsey N8 OJP. That's the postcode. And we have Vasco Stevenson, we're talking about prostate cancer. We have Sister Ken Darky talking about fibroids. We have Sister Elizabeth talking about mental health in the black community. And also we just heard from the great man Lyndon, who will be talking about diabetes. And also Lisa, who we call her Juice, we'll be talking about obese. Yes, so that's taking place this Saturday. Only £1 to come in. So
that's cheap.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Only £1 for coming. You see?
That's a giveaway.
Yeah, it literally is.
You know, so people come and bring your pawn, bring more than your pawn still, because it's really a fundraiser. So you can buy and then give away some food for discount price, and they're trying to raise money for the center. So it's for a good cause. Etc. So listen, Lyndon, I know that you said you're there on a rush thing still. Right, so give thanks, right, for you to phone in, and I want people to know about this brother. His brother's a very powerful brother, very committed, and he's very supportive.
So there's another one for the African culture market also. Then you can spread the word. Yeah.
And Aunty was saying that she would like you to speak at the African culture market. Was going to take place, but she was taking details.
It takes place every second Sunday.
Every second Sunday, every other month down at the Chestnuts, and
also the third Sunday down at South East London. So as I said, we can talk off air, and we can pick a time and a date and a month.
Okay, fine. Is that where Colourful Radio is?
No. The African culture market. They have it every other month. Have it in South, have it in North and Southeast.
So Southeast is every third Sunday. So that'll be in Brixton. So that's at the Loughborough Centre. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Lovely.
Then. So, Brother Lyndon, give thanks. Yeah.
Give thanks.
And I will speak of it tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Then.
Definitely.
Take care, brother. One love. Oh. All right then. So we catch Lyndon. Lyndon's a very. And every time I ask the brother to do a phone, he never says no. That's where he is.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear his story, because I don't know his story yet.
The story.
No, I just know what you've said, that he cured himself of the diabetes. He's written a book, but I don't really know the ins and outs and everything. So.
In fact, when they said he had diabetes, he didn't know what diabetes was.
Oh wow!
Didn't know what, but his background is a chef,
He's a chef as well.
He's a chef, but you see, with him, right, he should have explained it to himself. But with him, because he's a chef, right? He was just eating whopper cake and biscuit and he had discount where you can buy a whopper drink. So he had a case of
J.O. Fizzy drink.
Fizzy drink, J.O. and ginger beer.
Wow.
So I'm doing when he read him just.
As long as you never pop.
And he put so much weight. His mum said to him, "Look here, you better get big enough."
Wow.
I know some when people talk to you,
I know exactly.
Like someone
you know something in it. So he felt that.
Yeah, he felt that, right? And then what it was at work now, right? Right. He knew something was going on, but he couldn't work out what's going on. He was feeling tired. His eyes was paining him. He couldn't see and he couldn't concentrate. And then he was at work and this guy was running some joke. And the guy goes to him, "Lyndon, you're not laughing at my joke." suddenly the runner and started to cry. Cause he knew something wrong with him, but he couldn't explain what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? He went to the doctor and they said, yeah, he's got that. We know what it was. But his cousin had it.
Yeah.
Cousin had it. And his cousin explained to him, right, whatever you do, don't take drugs. So that's when he started doing this research and went on the request. And the rest is just history. Yeah. You know? Okay then, what I'm going to do, we're just going to...
Have you got a quick 10 minutes to phone into a radio
So we're going to...
SFM? Right this minute.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave, for being on the show. We really appreciate this.
I'm really excited to be here after all this whole trip. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I stumbled across your work, years ago, but I was really interested in the work that you've done with urine therapy, and I know that you've done some interviews on urine therapy, and I'm curious. It's kind of a weird subject. Mm-hmm. Most people are averse to it. Have you been doing any urine therapy on this trip yourself?
Yeah, I do it every day. I mean, I've been doing it every day, pretty much every day for the last 6 years.
And I saw that you fasted on your own urine for some time. How long did you fast for?
I did a 30-day urine fast.
Oh my goodness!
Which, no food or water. It was just urine. I tried looping everything that I produced, but I ended up, I was going like every 15 minutes, so I had to cut back a bit. But it was just urine.
So they say that as you continue to cycle the urine through your body, you pee more often, right?
You do, and it gets clearer and clearer.
Okay.
It does change. It's weird because your body's adjusting all the time, so it kind of changes its taste it kind of varies. So you just have to, it doesn't follow any kind of pattern. Your body's, a dynamic system. So, all these things, change as you go along. It's just very strange because I was actually healing stuff in that 30 days.
I bet.
And so my body was adjusting. So the urine was adjusting along with it.
What do you think you were healing?
Oh, I healed my asthma. My lungs repaired themselves.
Really?
Yeah. I had asthma. I've had asthma since I was a child.
Wow.
And it was chronic. I nearly died from it once. And literally, my lungs were the lungs of a 70-year-old. After my fire department medical, they told me that, and they were going to take me off the breathing apparatus. So 4 days into the fast, I had this urge to run. I was doing a walk and I had this urge to run.
I think you talked about that in one of your videos, didn't you?
Yes.
A video in a park somewhere in London or something, right?
Yeah.
In England, yeah.
So I was walking, I had this urge to run, and I ran for half a mile. And bear in mind, before that, it was like I
never ran before.
I could run for about 50 yards, and I'd have to take half an hour to to rest and recover from it.
Yeah.
But I ran for half a mile, and I got to the end. I was like, I can still breathe. What's going on?
How bizarre.
And my lungs had come back.
And how long had you been fasting on urine when you did the run?
This was only 4 days into the fast.
Dude, so what caused you to do that? I mean, it's one thing to do, a lot of people do intermittent fasting. Now, I do that every day. A lot of people do 1 day fast or 3 day fast, and they're doing green juice fasts. People do that. But what made you, fasting alone is something where it's like people look at you strange, right? But to do fasting on the urine, you didn't ease into this thing. It's kind of bizarre, right?
Yeah. Well, I'd been doing urine therapy for a year at that point.
Okay.
So I was seeing the benefits. I was feeling great. I had more energy and things were starting to get better. My hair started to grow back and things. It was quite amazing. And I listened to somebody talking about the urine fast, as something to heal yourself with.
Right.
Now, I got the impression that this person had already done the urine fast himself, but it turns out he hadn't.
Oh.
And when I met him, he said, well done for doing a urine fast. I don't know anybody who's done it who wasn't dying.
Yeah.
So
what a crazy thing.
Yeah.
So you did it for 30 days, and did you must have did you drink other liquids? Like, what liquids did you drink?
Well, at the beginning, I was drinking because I was still in the squeamish type phase. I was drinking like a mouthful of distilled water or orange juice because when you start the fast, your urine gets very strong. And cloudy and stuff.
Right.
So I was just kind of rinsing my mouth with some freshly squeezed orange juice or distilled water. But that only lasted for a week or so, and then I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't drinking anything other than urine.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. See, I do it every morning, but I do like a homeopathic kind of thing, like because I'm still like I don't know what it is. I just don't. I'm still not scared of it, but I just. I'll do like a teaspoon of it in the morning and I'll mix it with water and I'll just chase it down. And, and I've been doing that for a few years, but I've never thought to do a full fast. But I mean, I imagine that if your body is healing on a fast itself, then if you're going to be on urine, I can't imagine that your body would be just the healing process would be multiplied, like incredible.
As I said, 4 days into the fast, I saw, I also had nerve damage in the side of my foot. And pain up the back of my leg from an Achilles tendon operation. And this pain had been with me for 4 years. And then 4 days into the fast, the pain was gone. And the nerve damage alongside my foot, gone.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
And you had had that for years.
4 years.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Back problems as well. They disappeared. My shoulder, which was kind of grinding, that sort of healed itself. And I said, my hair started to grow back and, all the lines on my face started to smooth over.
And how long ago did you do the fast, this 30-day fast?
Oh, this was back in 2012.
2012, so sometime. So have you done one since then, another one?
Not a urine fast, but I did a 60-day breatharian experiment.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that too, because you talked about that on your YouTube channel. If you guys want to check out Dave's YouTube channel, it's D Murphy 25.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, cool. And your most recent videos are about urine therapy, and you have some talks. So you did a breatharian fast?
Well, yeah, it was an experiment because I'd been reading about breatharianism, and I still am completely a complete believer that the human body doesn't need food.
Yeah.
So I decided to do a little experiment. It was supposed to be for a year. Actually.
Did you say liquid or little?
Sorry?
Did you say liquid experiment or a little experiment?
Little.
A little, okay, yeah, okay. All right.
So, yeah, it was supposed to be for a year.
Okay.
So I actually planned or prepared my body for a year previous to the experiment by ramping down the amount of food I was eating and the density of the food.
Okay.
So I was kind of a vegetarian. Then I became a vegan for a few months, and then fruitarian for a few months, and then liquidarian for a few months, and then I started the breatharian experiment.
So what year was this?
Well, this was 2014.
2014. So 2 years after your 30-day urine fast. What was the catalyst? What made you want to do this?
Well, it was reading Hilton Hotema's book, Man's High Consciousness, and the ideas were kind of swirling around in my head, and I thought, well, I really want to see if what happens. I've been experimenting on myself for years, so I just want to see what this body can do. We don't know what this body can do, really.
So how were you able to do your work? Were you under any obligations? Did you have to go anywhere during either the 30-day urine fast or this breatharian experiment? Did you have to, have obligations that you had to meet?
Yeah, well, the 30-day urine fast, I was actually working, full time. I was doing, I was programming and stuff.
Okay, so you're still in the matrix.
I was going to work, and what I was doing was I had an empty bottle of apple juice that I'd stick on my desk.
Oh, look at you!
And a cup, and I'd go to the loo.
Dude, that's genius.
Put it down on my desk, and nobody would touch it. Hopefully, nobody touched it.
Unless they came over and looked at it and smelled it. But it was, as far as they knew, it was just apple juice, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It doesn't smell. That's the thing. It doesn't smell.
The cleaner you are, right?
Yeah, well, even if you're dirty, it doesn't really smell. You think it's going to smell like a toilet, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
You have to get really close, and you'd smell you, essentially. But, you're right. As you get cleaner, it becomes more like water. So yeah, stuck it on my desk and.
So did you have any issues adjusting and talking about the 30-day urine fast? Did you have any issues? I mean, people can miss a meal or their blood sugar goes crazy and you start craving food and you turn into a monster. Most people. Did you have any issues with that?
No, because what you find is that the first 3 days or so, 3 or 4 days on your fast, you still got the habit of eating. I found myself going to the fridge, just
looking,
just without thinking. I'd be at the fridge and I'd be like, "Oh, what am I doing here?"
Yeah, yeah.
Brother Dougie, I'm very well. How are you?
Listen, I had to control down a little bit, but listen, we don't have time to really blatter because we just had Lyndon talking about the event was taking place this Saturday, and we had a sister Simone phoned in who'll be doing some yoga roots. In fact, I like the name of an organization called Roots Flow Yoga. Yeah, me like her, me like what. She maneuver, me like her runnings, man. So listen, like I said, we know he's the head of this thing here, so you have to give the final word why people need to come out to this thing here.
Okay. Well, all I say, roll up. Black History Month, health in our community, because health is our wealth. We are having some amazing speakers this Saturday, 13th of October. Come along to the African and Caribbean Leadership Council, or otherwise known as West Indian Cultural Centre, number 9 Clarendon Road, London N8 0DJ. Just near Turnpike Lane, Underground Station, on the intersection of Whiteman Road, from 12 till 6 this Saturday. Do not miss it. We're going to have a great time. There's going to be talk on diabetes. We have, Mr. Jammarsta doing something special. We have talk on mental health. We have talk on prostate. And we have the amazing Sister Kandaki talking about fibroids, because it seems to be something that's affecting a lot of women, especially black women. And, we're going to have Lisa talking about educating children on good health and making health drink. And because, the diet that we are what we eat. And we have to sometimes think about what are we eating. And also, how is that affecting our children and us? We have some raffles, tombola, we've got some amazing prizes, sponsorship by Peppermint Spice, Tesco, Waitrose, Cabs, all of those people sponsoring us. So, and this has been a group of the West Indian Cultural Centre and in conjunction with Find Your Voice. So we hope you can come out 12 till 6 p.m. You can have your blood pressure checked and just have some massage. And the roots yoga, that's interesting. We don't need to stretch. I'm realizing now how important it is to stretch.
Very much so.
Okay. So.
Well, you see, I was reading the sister Simone. She phoned me earlier on, and she was saying that it's important for us to stretch and to breathe. You know what I mean? And to breathe through the body, and she just brings some science to me, and I'm mesmerized what she say. But I'm fascinated because I'm gonna start doing some yoga myself. I float around with them thing there in the past, but I'm literally floating around. I don't know what I'm doing, because it looks good, pretty, and trendy at the time. But it's very important, like especially getting age now, to stretch and get the body moving, flowing around all that stuff there. Yeah.
The body must stretch and breathe and move.
Breathe and move, yeah.
Otherwise, we will get, like crippled up. That's why a lot of
seize
people
up.
walking stick now and can hardly move because you're not stretching and breathing properly.
So, you do yoga?
I do Pilates.
You do Pilates?
I do a bit of Pilates, yeah.
Oh.
But I haven't done it for a little while though. But I need to get back onto it.
To Pilates.
I've got a Pilates bed.
Oh, get it.
I just lay down and do everything there.
And Val, do you do Pilates or yoga or anything like that yourself?
Well, I must admit I had my opinions about those type of exercise, but I'm having to change that opinion now. Pilates is normally seen as a middle class white exercise.
Oh,
but,
shame.
I'm sure you know how we judge things already.
Yeah.
But, yoga, definitely, it's also about control and, so we need to have that, especially us aging ones.
Yeah, Pilates is more about the stretching. So you do a lot more stretching, I believe, with Pilates than you do with yoga. But yoga makes you very supple.
Yeah, Pilates more stretching it.
Yeah, it's more stretching the limbs.
Yeah, Well, I mean, we're moving in the right path, we're trying to encourage many people to take up yoga, Pilates, and, exercising and so forth, yeah?
Yes, and come and hear about the things we can do, because the body can heal itself if we know what to give it and what to do. So come along, lots of people seem to be having diabetes and all kind of things happening with them. Come along and hear a different point of view, because you have to take care of your body. Only you will know about your body.
Right, absolutely. Okay then, so what we say now, Val, give thanks, because we got to...
Thank you for inviting me on to, just to promote this. We look forward to all of those who are listening to come along. Just come along, even if it's for an hour or two.
Okay then.
We also have refreshments and some things to eat as well, so come along. All right, and we've got stalls, lots of stalls. I think we've sold out. So many interest. So come along.
Okay then. So give thanks, yeah.
Take care. Thanks.
Give thanks.
Thanks to your guest there. And
yes, give thanks, sis.
Saturday.
Okay then. So the final word will come to Aunty Jean, because we're literally run out of time. So Aunty Jean, what do you want to bring to the table?
Oh yes. Give thanks, and sis, you still there?
No, she's gone.
Oh, she's gone now. All right.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, you're still there.
Sorry.
Give thanks, sis, and I'm gonna see. I can't promise, but I'm gonna see if I can come and see you on Saturday. If not, then I'll definitely see you at another time. Yeah. Okay then. All right. Give thanks and keep up the good work.
And you, all of you there, keep up the great work. We're all here to make a difference in our community.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Blessing love. Okay then. So it's time. It's 10 o'clock. Aunty, you want to let people know about the events what's taking place?
Yes. Just a reminder that the Sunday, the 21st of October, at the Lesov Auditorium, we have the returning 3 heavyweight kings: King Tony Warner, King Andrew Muhammad, and also King Robin Walker. They are going to be the 21st, between 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock at the Lewisham Auditorium, which is the Lesov Auditorium, Lewisham Hospital, Lewisham High Street, SE13 6LH. Few stalls are available. Give us a call on 07961 886-032. Tickets in advance, early bird tickets are £7, and it's going to be £10 at the door. So also give me a call on that same number if you want an early bird ticket. Also, you can get in contact with either Brother Dougie if you want an early bird ticket, or Brother Supreme if you want an early bird ticket also. So give us, or give one of us, a call and get your tickets early, and come on down and see the returning 3 heavyweight kings. It is an event not to be missed.
Okay, on this point here, we're going to put a pin in it and give thanks again. And this is the Jammarsta show, the show after the show. All right.
Give thanks.
That's what I think, because before I go to bed at night, I take some minerals, liquid minerals and things like that. And so I would think that, like, this would be a way to reintroduce the excess of what you pee out back in, right?
Well,
is that part of it?
When you're asleep, your body, while you're resting, all your glands and stuff are working overtime with this extra energy that's available to produce all the things that it needs.
Okay.
And the glands and stuff are like factories. They don't know, they're not like precise. They just switch on and produce, and then when there's no more energy available, they switch off.
Okay.
So your first morning urine is like the most densely packed of all the good stuff.
So even though it's most likely for most people yellow